I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Oh, let's get the show on the road. We got some new content today. I woke up this morning and was like, fuck it. What's the point of having the channel if you can't take a little bit of risk? So I guess I'll figure out in 24 hours if I'm going to get a suspension. Nothing bad. Or a copy strike, I guess.
As life goes on.
So this game has been talked about now for almost 2 years.
Our friends may change, sometimes in ways we think are strange. In ways repulsive, gross, unknown. We can't accept you, how you've grown. This infection deep inside us, played by you, you are the virus. Inside the body seen below, place your block shape, spread and grow. Survival is not guaranteed, your host more of a friendly breed. With both of you under attack, command his brain to help fight back. Each block you place will play a turn, combining actions that you've learned. Mutate, evolve new virus strains, unleash potential he contains. Unlock content for collection, research leads us to perfection. Grow your host with common goal, what will you find in Winnie's hole?
That's fun. Did not mean to click on that. I do apologize. I don't know how to feel about this new Yakuza game coming out.
And now, the reveal. I am sexy. And now, the reveal. Looking sharp, huh? Am I right?
The fuck? Dude, the game has so much to offer. Why would you like try to captivate people with this? You could pick up motorcycles and beat the shit out of people with it. Like, why are we trying to, like... I guess it's just one more feature of the game. But if I didn't know any better, I would be like, I'm not playing this. Is that it? Let's look at a base builder. Oh, dude, everyone is talking about this game. This hightail. Oh, dude, that's like 10 minutes. That's like an hour, dude. Oh, what the fuck? Bro, look at this base building. You can have your own goblin? I didn't even see him back there. What the fuck? What is that thing? Look at that thing. What the hell is that? So wait, is this like Minecraft? Is this like exactly like Minecraft? I was under the impression this was just going to be a multiplayer game. I didn't realize that this was going to be like an actual like building game. That's pretty sick. Just put a whole goat on a plate. Huh. Did that? Huh. That's pretty sick. Isn't that out already? Oh, maybe not. This game looks fun. Yeah, that's what it was. Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. If you haven't seen this anime, bro, I would recommend it because it is a lot like how I felt the first time I watched Dragon Ball Z. I would put it up there in the ranks as probably one of my most favorite animes for sure. If you haven't seen this, you are missing out. You are absolutely missing out. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and after the third episode, I was completely hooked. There's like an entire universe just like Dragon Ball Z in this anime that will have you wanting every single second to last even longer. I even enjoyed the filler episodes of this damn show. I thoroughly enjoyed every second of this anime. It's on Hulu. It's either on. I think it's actually. I think it's on Crunchyroll. I think I might be lying. I think it's on Crunchyroll. I thought it was on Hulu, but maybe not. Where can I watch that? Yep. Crunchyroll. They do have an English dub though, so. I might end up playing this game. Oh, that's it? Alright, that's all the games, I guess. We've been forsaken. Alright, we got some Bigfoot, Batman and Bigfoot. It's Bat and Squatch. We got some Bat and Squatch, alright, boys? Got the AI blooper cut. Let's go. He saved that hot dog, though, boy. Even Batman knows what's up, dude.
I think I swallowed my toothpick. The portal gun is jammed again.
Please let Indy Jones be here. I want him to sign my fedora.
You mean his fedora? Semantics.
Someone or something is watching us.
Yo. If Dutch wasn't so damn big, he'd make a badass Wolverine. I never thought think about that. What if Arnold tried to become the Wolverine in an alternate universe and we had Arnold as Wolverine?
Whoa, this guy is built like a Terminator.
Batman, you son of a bitch.
That's the manliest handshake I've ever seen. I think my eyeballs grew beards just watching it.
Okay, this is starting to get awkward.
The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
I'm strictly freelance now.
Good.
Because we're in a world of hurt. There's something in this jungle, Bats. It ain't no man. It's a hunter.
It already took out my whole team. Hawk, Apollo, the sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Apollo.
You guys have some...
Apollo, you can't do that, man. The same actor that played Apollo in oh my god. Oh fuck, what is the name of that movie series, bro? It was Apollo Creed in oh my god. Bro, come on, think of it, dumbass. In the Rocky films. Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa.
Interesting code names.
Even the nerdy one with the glasses.
It's me. Hey, Adrian, you want to hear a joke?
Who told the dumb jokes.
Oh.
Not the comic relief. That's my demographic.
It's invisible.
It's always the person that's the comic relief that ends up dying, too.
Sport. And I gotta get to the extraction point before it makes a trophy out
Depending on the age of the movie, it is also black people that end up dying first.
of my skull.
It picked the wrong planet to hunt on. We'll help you kill it.
You can try to kill it by yourself. I have to get to the chopper.
Why did he turn it?
So, was that an invite to the chopper? Or is he just really late for a flight?
He's leaving.
Rude. Especially after that incredible handshake. Was that a camera shutter?
Are we being paparazzi'd? Please don't tag me in anything. My hair frizzes in this humidity. I look like a wet rug.
What is that?
Why am I the only one with the laser pointer on me?
Get down!
Well, that was delayed.
He singed the pelt. That's gonna take 6 months to grow back evenly.
Go! I'll draw his fire!
Was that a stick? Bro's playing fetch with the predator. What is that? I know he's got a gun.
Why does he hate me? I'm so lovable. Am I invisible? My glutes! He's aiming for the glutes. I am not built for cross-country sprints. I'm a lurker. I stand still and look blurry. That's my skill set.
He wasn't even shooting at you. It's the fur, isn't it? He wants a rug. I knew I should have used that volumizing conditioner this morning.
Stay low. The water will mask your heat signature. My suit is thermally insulated. He can't see me. Don't take it personally. Maybe he just prefers big bone targets. I'm the world's greatest detective. I'm a threat level midnight. I'm the one who knocks. And I'm getting the cold shoulder from a glorified poacher. Technically, you're getting the cold shoulder because you're cold. I'm the one he's trying to give a hot plasma enema to.
Oh, that was actually a really good scene. I wonder how long he took to decide which one he wanted to go with, that one or the one we saw.
The plan is simple. We use his instincts against him. He hunts the biggest game. He wants the prize.
Well, I am a limited edition.
Exactly, you're the bait. I'll be honest, I don't love the B word. Can we call me the guest of honor? Or the VIP? You stand in the center of the clearing. You make noise. You radiate
Even Bigfoot was captured, man.
heat.
Oh man.
You look alluring.
Alluring? Okay, weird word choice, but I can do alluring.
When he decloaks to take the trophy, I'll be waiting. And you're sure you can take him? He has a plasma cannon. You have emotional baggage and a boomerang. He made a mistake. He ignored the Batman. Tomorrow, he learns why that's a big mistake. You really hung up on the being ignored thing, huh? It's okay to be a beta sometimes, Bats. Embrace the sidekick life. You know, Robin knew when to stop talking. Get some sleep. We move at dawn.
Oh no, I am all alone, and so alluring. I hope no intergalactic hunters see my robust physique.
Was that too much? I felt like I was overacting. Should I do another take?
What the fuck? Yo, I think that's more terrifying than just a normal predator. What is that? That's awful.
Okay, that's actually terrifying.
Right? Yo!
Bats? Anytime now.
I bet he had to redo this takes the Predator and Batman fighting scene so many times.
Did you get him? Where did he go?
I have no idea. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's miserable.
Oh, look out!
Look at all the Funko Pops.
What is that thing?
Oh my god, the pops!
Dude, this is the best cosplay ever. Where did you get the armor? Is that real Yaoja tech? You gotta tell me your secret.
Oh my god, look at him! He's huge! Get a selfie! Get a selfie!
Man, it was really trying to make that Predator look like that, wasn't it? It was really trying to make that Predator look like that.
Best Comic-Con ever.
It was trying, bro. It was trying hard. The best doorbell videos ever. Thank you, Daily Dose of the Internet. You're awesome. Everyone should go and watch the Daily Dose of the Internet.
Doorbell videos of all time.
Oh! Whoa! Holy shit! There's just a whole fucking deer back there, bro. Jesus.
They tried to ding-dong ditch their neighbor.
Wow.
They left a note on the tip asking for the pizza delivery guy to do a dance.
A bird flew into her house. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's a squirrel. Yo, that squirrel jumped past the pizza dude right at the woman. Literally. What the fuck, dude? He's hanging up there like a fucking ninja. Look at him. That's an assassin squirrel. Holy crap.
His upstairs neighbors were partying last night.
That's great, dude.
Hey, you guys were doing something last night, right?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, you guys got last night, and normally I wouldn't make it a problem, but next time invite my fucking neighbor, dude. I want to party too.
These people left special instructions for their delivery driver to shout when dinner arrives.
Dinner!
She didn't read the label explaining that the package was fragile.
Oh!
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
He was trying to load his snowmobile onto his truck.
What the hell? Oh!
This delivery driver was caught slamming down food that someone ordered.
Why? Oh, man. He's about to... Oh! Shit! Oh, it struck the tree! Damn! Nope.
This new neighbor walked over to introduce himself.
This is no and he threw flakes in it. Mommy, put this stuff down and then you throw this. Sorry. Sorry.
Is this the fastest ding-dong ditch of all time?
Oh, it's a wasp. Bro, what an asshole. What an asshole. I fucking hate those things. I fucking hate wasps.
delivery guy was trying to drop off this balloon.
Oh, we saw this one before. Oh, this dude's got terrible luck, bro. Yep, there went the balloon. Oh! Wow. Damn, that tire is smoking, boy.
Something weird was sitting on their doorbell camera.
What is that? Is that kind of bug? Oh, he flossed.
Sorry, we're not interested.
What? Delivery. Okay, guys, about to give you the hardest decision of your young lives.
Okay.
Are you gonna take the candy or are you gonna take the potato? You could have... All right. Okay. Wow.
What's with the potato? What? What is that? What's with the potato?
Okay. Wow.
Oh, that's ice, bro. That's ice! Why would you step on that? Bro, why would you step on that? Why would you even attempt that shit? Jesus!
She decided to ding-dong ditch her neighbors while on a hoverboard. She didn't realize that there was a spider web outside of her door.
Yo, she ditched a baby and everything. That baby gone.
She couldn't control her dogs that wanted to chase the skunk.
Dude, let me just restart this piece of shit. The other stream should be up now. See. What the fuck? Pop out chat. The fuck does that mean? Prepared stream. What? Fuck does that even mean? Ah, I think it's up now. Ah, it's up. It's up. It's up. I just had to refresh it. It's up. I got him. We should be good now.
Cat was let. This cat was letting his owner know that he wanted to come inside.
I bet he does.
This delivery guy doesn't care that this truck is on fire.
Thank you. Matt! Matt, your truck's on fire!
He was trying to ding-dong ditch his house, but was immediately caught in the...
Matt, your truck's on fire!
He was trying to ding-dong ditch his house, but was immediately caught in the act.
Ma'am, did you just move here? Yeah. There's no...
Damn! Damn, he's quick, bro! He quick! Woo!
Come back in the house.
His dad spoke to his daughter through the doorbell camera.
Welcome home, Ella.
That's hot.
No.
My God! Oh! Help! Oh! What the hell? My God! I gotta sit down.
She was trying to go for a walk and her dog spotted something.
Oh, there's a whole fucking bear! Oh, shit! That bear is so curious, he's like, what's that thing? It's making a lot of noise.
Idea was possible to fall like this.
Ugh!
These kids are trying to sneak out of the house without setting off the camera.
Tuh!
No, that camera's gonna go off now, you idiot! You're standing right in front of it!
Come on. No! Holy! Oh my God! No! No!
Oh, look at him following her. He's like, hi.
Was scared of a
Hoot.
frog.
he's just like, hi.
This
Hoot.
poor dog was
You give me
scared of
food?
a frog.
What is that?
This poor dog was scared of a frog.
Oh, it's a frog. That's a big ass frog. Dude, what? Yo, there's an alligator. Holy shit. Look at the size of that alligator. It's not an alligator, it's an iguana.
Jesus, there's an iguana in the front yard!
I think his little brother might be a ninja.
Oh shit.
So this is pretty scary.
Yo, they both scared of each other. They're like, oh shit! Oh shit! There's a person! Oh shit, there's a bear! Oh shit, there's a person! Oh shit, there's a bear! Fuck, bro! Dude, fuck that. You just be chilling out on the back porch and a fucking black bear just roll up. Oh, dude. Fuck, bro.
So this is
I bet that man ain't never late. I bet he never went out there again. I bet he never went out there again.
pretty scary. This is why it's so important to watch for your kids.
That's terrifying, bro.
This mantis rang the doorbell, and the homeowner was super confused when he didn't see anyone at the door.
Asshole! God damn, he got to that door quick, boy! Was he sitting like right next to the door? He's just sitting there?
They found this crazy bug hanging out on their front door.
Look at it. Get out of there.
Jesus, bruh. Oh, there's a cat and oh! It's a raccoon.
Get out of there.
Hi, buddy.
People inside this house were watching a scary movie and totally forgot that they ordered some food delivery. This is a pretty crazy chain of events.
Oh! Oh! Oh, the car! Oh, the car! Get the car! Get the car! Nothing else matters! Get the car, please! The insurance! Okay, thank God. Yo! 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 Low-key, this would be me. This would be me. I've done it before. I can't stand when people put these fucking pots right where you can hit them. If my short ass can run into a pot, that shit needs to go. Thank you. Thank you. Holy shit, bro. God damn.
A bunch of ants got together and tried to steal this package.
Oh my God, there are ants moving his package. That's crazy. What the fuck?
This nosy neighbor needs to mind his own business.
This is my son.
Damn. Oh! Bro, you know he was headed off to work, too. You know he was headed off to work. And that's how his morning started.
The good news is that he wasn't hurt. This goat decided to deliver their package.
You gotta be careful with goats, man. Goats eat anything. They eat anything and everything. Not a lot of people know that. Goats eat anything, bro. Bro, he just got drop zoned on. What is that?
This postman went to the wrong address and he told him to go to the house across the street.
Yeah, the one with the, yeah, number 77, please, mate, to the right. This one? Yeah, mate, please.
Oh!
Her dog was refusing to come inside, so she realized that if she pretends that she's dead, her dog will come over. You can see the moment this dog feels dumb after accidentally ringing the doorbell.
You dumbass. Ooh! Leave it! I'd be closing the door. I'd be like, well, that dog's dead. You picked a fight with...
Are you okay?
Damn.
I didn't see that.
God damn! Bro, the dog did that! Bro, have you ever felt those glass panes on those doors? Those things are thick, boy! We used to have a door like this back where I stayed. Man, that shit's thick. God damn, bro. Is that a cat? I did it again.
No one is here. No one. See? Look. No one. Stop barking.
Just have a whole hot air balloon?
This delivery driver couldn't resist the temptation.
What are you doing? Hello.
Man, them golden retrievers are just big babies. Seriously. Oh! Damn!
Sometimes it's a good idea to put the phone down.
Oh! She's still on the phone. She's still on her phone.
This lizard decided to ring this doorbell.
Oh, look at him! Oh!
Mason, what'd you just do?
The damn dog did it too! How you gonna blame the dog too? How the hell's that his fault? She's like, what, Mason, what did you do? Bitch, I slipped and fell in the door! Damn dog did it too! Oh!
Here's a great way to ruin a Christmas present surprise.
That sucks.
Close your eyes, 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 close your eyes. Oh, what the f?
I hate that shit, dude. Whenever I had my PlayStation 5 delivered, it came all the way from like hold on. What is the name of the state that is top left from Texas? No. California. I had my shit delivered from California. It made it over like 4 states, including mine, because mine is like 2, which is Texas. Not in a box. Brand spanking new PlayStation 5 with an extra controller. Not in a box. Like, it was in the like PlayStation 5 box, and it was like seal wrapped, right? But like, it was just sitting out on the front porch whenever I got back from work. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Bro, like, there have been people that have dropped those things off as a delivery person, like from Amazon or UPS, and then they literally take the picture and they pick it up and they steal it. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Bro, like, anything that should be shipped should be in a box. It should cover what it is. Don't care what it is, man.
Not for you. You did not see that. You did not see that.
Poor little guy got scared of the talking robot.
Camera recording.
He was so proud of himself for chasing away these geese.
Yeah, dude, you gotta be careful with them geese, man. They assholes. Oh, man. Damn, that must happen a lot more frequent. You know, you'd be surprised. Some people are terrified of black cats. They're terrified of black cats. Oh! Oh no!
This delivery guy loved their car so much that he asked for a picture with it.
Take the helmet off, yeah. Ready?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
It's gonna be for a Facebook post to catch some girls watch.
I have never seen someone struggle so much with ice.
Oh, 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 oh!
This delivery driver saw this person's cat, and I'm not sure why, but they started licking it.
Yeah, that one was weird. That's fucking gross, dude.
Oh. What? Slug? No. Frog. What?
They got pizza delivery.
Why are people so scared of frogs when they jump at them? I've never understood that. I've had plenty of frogs jump at me. You know what I don't like? I don't like when praying mantises do it, dude. They're assholes. I've had that happen. I freak the fuck out.
The special instructions section asks the delivery guy to knock 3 times, twerk, and run away.
Yo, I bet he got a big old tip.
Exact pose on camera.
3, 2, 1.
He gonna fall? Maybe not. Oh, damn.
Peter thought he could get away with stealing all the candy.
Bro. What an ass. Yeah, that's what you get, you fat ass. That's what you fucking get. Porker needs to take a fucking break from his fucking food anyway. Oh! Damn, dude, he hit hard. Oh, he hit hard, bro. Oh, god damn. That's the kind of shit that you get a call for. Right there. Guarantee you, that is the kind of shit you get a call for. Oh, bro.
Are you okay?
Bro, he landed oh!
A bear tried to eat this man's dogs, but was able to scare the bear away. He was walking over, about to get into.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
Scare the bear away.
Did he get the dog? Did he get the dog? Apparently this happens quite a bit.
He was walking over, about to get into his car when this happened.
Oh!
So this has got to be the worst delivery driver of all time, right?
You know he's about to quit. You know he's about to quit. He's done with this fucking job. He said, fuck that package. Here's your package, cunt. Yo, god damn, bro. That's delivery right there. This is the last one. This is the last one right here. Oh, damn.
This guy might.
That's it. That's it. That's it. No more.
Okay.
Ah! Ah! Okay. Here you go.
Message to straight white conservative men.
Listen to minority.
This is real.
What's your message to straight white conservative men?
Listen to minorities. Listen to women. Listen.
Why would you listen to a minority? There's a reason why they're a minority. There's a reason why they're the minority and not the majority.
To people who are trying to educate you. Don't live in ignorance just because it's easy.
What is a woman?
That sounds like a loaded.
Even the people around her, they know.
What's your...
What the fuck is that, dude? What is that? What a bunch of fucking morons.
It's so pathetic. Really, bro, like, that's crazy, wow. Totally fucking brainwashed.
What's your message to
We got another lady that was following ICE agents.
Continue to flood Minnesota. DHS is now deploying hundreds of more federal agents to combat the rioters in that state.
12 hours ago, boys.
Live in Minneapolis with the details.
Good. They need to flood Minneapolis and Minnesota with thousands of agents.
Hey, Matt.
Good morning. DHS sources tell Fox up to 1,000 additional agents will surge the Minneapolis area. That's on top of the already 2,000 agents that are here. But the Democratic Mayor Jacob Fry says these agents are going to be met with resistance.
We have thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that are standing up for their neighbors right
Bro, you ain't got no hundreds of thousands in your state. Shut the fuck up. You lying. You a liar.
now.
Oh, leave it to CNN, of course. Leave it to fucking CNN.
We have people that are not taking the bait of this Trump administration because they all know, we know, they're looking for any excuse to come in with greater force and occupy our city. We're grinning down this bear. We are doing right by our city and the people in it.
Just so you're aware, whoever this guy is talking, if Trump implements the Insurrection Act, he's going to be the first one going to jail.
We're not backing down.
Because of that right there.
Now, cell phone video from the ICE officer who fired the deadly shot at Renee Good seems to show Renee's wife taunting the agent moments before telling her wife to drive off.
I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead. Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Oh! The lady came forward. That lady right there, that was her. She came forward and said that it was her fault. She straight up admitted it. Don't worry, we're not going to cover this at all. We're not going to cover this. We're done with this video. Actually, why are we watching this? Yeah.
By her vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, why are we covering this video again, boys? I don't want to watch this video. We've covered this fucking thing until I'm blue in the face. Why are we looking at this again? Move on from this damn shit.
Even after the shooting death of Renee Good, one car even intentionally blocking in federal agents. At one point, Border Patrol warned 2 women to stop trailing them.
One of the women, I don't know if it was in this specific incident, but there was a woman that was trailing them with kids in her back seat. Like they were in like child booster seats.
If I continually see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly the right decision.
You see, this is fine up until these idiots start getting arrested. Then it's gonna stop. Like that's the reason why they need to really crack down on this to prevent people from getting hurt. Like whenever I say they need to crack down on this, they need to crack down on this to prevent incidents like what happened with Renee Good. If people are following the ICE agents, blocking them in, they need to take those people out of the cars and tow the vehicles. They need to tow the vehicles and put the person that's driving it in jail. And if they have kids in the car, they need to be charged with endangering kids. And if they have animals in the car, like what happened with Renee Good, they need to take the animal and then they need to be charged for animal abuse. Because this is ridiculous. You got these people, these soccer moms, and these schizos running around causing all kinds of problems for not only ICE, but for everyone else that they're around. Just imagine if you're in a neighborhood where these idiots don't even reside in. They don't even live there. And they're in there causing all this extra traffic and blockage just because they want to sit there and play with the ICE agents, dude. Like, get this out of here.
So you heard Mayor Fry say that there are thousands and thousands of people protesting and resisting against ICE here. During the ride-along, we saw that in real time. You know, as soon as these Border Patrol agents get out of their car to apprehend anyone or question anyone, they're surrounded by people with those ear-piercing whistles. And so there are neighborhood watches.
I don't understand the whistles either. I think the whistles are retarded.
For immigration agents, and they are in.
Who's out there trying to make Minnesota safer? Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, she announced an updated restriction on the congressional visits to these ICE detention facilities because she says when these lawmakers go in unannounced, it creates unsafe conditions for the lawmakers and for the ICE agents. And she said,
when people are disappeared in the darkness, American democracy dies.
You know what's really interesting? You know what's really fucking interesting about this bitch? Let me show you something really fucking interesting about this. Airport money. They had a big bust yesterday. They found $700 million going into a ghost flight from Minneapolis. I'm so sorry for clearing my throat this much. It was cold yesterday, or it was a little chilly out, and I did my like 16-minute ride, and well, I fucked up, so deal with it. Whoops. There's that Alpha News again.
Millions of dollars actually flying out of Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. A former TSA suitcases filled with Minneapolis.
No, I don't want to see this. Hold on. Aspen looked at it yesterday. Of course, I don't know what's going on with him. Did he actually?
But we're
They
here
want
in
it to happen.
Minneapolis.
Let me see.
Happen. Oh, this is Can you believe this? She's honking her horn.
And then there was.
Here you go. This is the lady.
I think everybody.
This is the lady. This is the lady. This is the one that was saying drive.
Fucking angry about it, and I'm.
Oh wait, is it this one?
The right to be angry. Who's sitting here crying?
Hold on, we're gonna have to double back to that. Hold on. Where is? We're gonna watch that. I can't find it now.
We have some breaking news to share with you on this Tuesday, as Fox News is reporting that the Trump administration has ended the temporary protection status for Somalis in the United States.
Let's go. So yesterday, they found $700 million in cash going into going to Somalia in a Minneapolis airport. Let me hold on. Give me a second. Gonna bug me if I don't do this. I gotta justify it, okay? I gotta justify it. I have to. It's in my nature. Port. I gotta feel vindicated. I gotta do it. What the fuck is that site? I found a bunch of articles. I can't really show them because they're all fucking. Hold on. I'm gonna show them anyway. I don't give a fuck, dude. I didn't mean to click. Fuck, I clicked on Facebook. Oh god. Here. By I don't even know here. This was yesterday. This happened yesterday. There we go. The Transport Security Administration flagged nearly $700 million in cash carried in passengers' luggage departing Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport over the past 2 years according to Homeland Security. This was done 18 hours ago. They would find like bags, like they would have this shit like wrapped up in bags like this in people's luggage. They would just have it there. And they kept stopping people and stopping people and stopping people. And they're fairly certain at this point that it's connected to the Somalian fraud. And that is most likely the reason why Trump has this going on now.
Taking a look here at a social media post courtesy of Fox News, and Fox News Digital saying this: the Trump administration is ending temporary protection status for Somalia, affecting several thousand Somalis currently living in the U.S. and several hundred currently living in Minnesota under the protection. Somali migrants with TPS will be required to leave the country by March 17th. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Christy told Fox News Digital in a statement, quote, "Temporary means temporary. Country conditions in Somalia have improved to the point that it no longer meets the law's requirement for temporary protected status."
Now, you know these people are going to go out there and be like, oh, they're getting rid of all the Somalis. Oh, God. He literally said the reason why. The country has improved to a point where it no longer meets the requirement for temporary status and citizenship in America, so get the fuck out. Get out. You know those bastards are going to turn this around and make it some other kind of bullshit.
That statement went on to say, quote, further, allowing Somali nationals to remain temporarily in the United States is currently and contrary to our national interests. We are putting Americans first. Bringing us out to a live image that we have of the White House over in Washington, D.C., as I continue to cite some more of this reporting, courtesy with just over 1,300 in the country. News Digital learned that an estimated 600 Somali nationals who are protected by TPS live former there, Minneapolis.
Yeah, well, now they're gonna have to get out. They're gonna have to get the fuck out. That's just all there is to it. They're gonna have to get the fuck out. Get out. Get the fuck out. Get out! You're not welcome here.
But what did I honk my horn? Maybe
you didn't provide the country.
Wait, but what did I honk my horn? Maybe I'm having a fucking. It's probably best.
Jesus.
I love how whenever they protest, they don't ever even use they don't ever use the American flag. Unless you've got like that idiot that burnt the flag and then took off. That seems to be the only time they ever use the American flag is just to burn it, dude. It's such bullshit.
That these people have all the energy for defending Minnesotan Somalian scammers.
But they don't have any want or need to defend Iran right now. You realize that Iran should be the biggest thing on their chessboard, but for whatever reason, they're completely ignoring Iran right now? It's crazy.
But they have none of the energy to even talk about the Iranians. Like, basically, the Iranian...
By the way, the Iranian... what happened, what I said was going to happen, happened with the Iran people. Whenever the internet went dark, Elon took over and allowed them to use Starlink. There are reports now of people being lined up in body bags on the side of the road because the Iranian government had them mowed down with lethal rounds. And they are making the other people that, like their friends and family, they're making them pay to get their loved ones' bodies. Like, there are pictures circulating all over Twitter right now of just rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of body bags. They're going to start executing these Iranian people on Wednesday. Everyone that was seen or caught protesting and arrested, they're going to start executions tomorrow. The United States Congress is trying to block Trump from intervening into this. And, I don't even know what to say. And these fucking lobotomites are out here worked up over somebody who was declared a fucking domestic terrorist and got shot and killed by a federal agent for trying to run one of them over. And you've got Iranians being genocided right now in a foreign fucking country by their own government. And you want to sit here and bitch and complain about what's happening in Minneapolis? Go fuck yourself.
American government is doing what they
We're going to cover that today as well.
American government is doing. They're actually killing protesters. They're actually executing them and suppressing them. They're actually turning off the internet.
He's going to. If you fucking think that the fucking Congress is going to keep that man from doing something, you can kiss his ass and you can kiss mine. Trump has gone above and beyond and done everything he can for foreign countries. You think for a second Trump's not going to do something? That motherfucker will plan another fucking Maduro heist if he has to. I never thought I'd be saying that. I fucking hate the orange son of a bitch. You think for a second he's going to let the United States Congress keep him from doing anything? Come on. Nah, dude. No. No. I fucking refuse to believe that. Knowing Trump, he's just going to do it anyway. And you know what? You're goddamn straight. It's nice to see somebody take the reins that knows what the fuck they're doing and is willing to do what it takes to get the job done. I'm sick of being fucking gridlocked by all these fucking morons in Congress. They're fucking idiots, and they're fucking ruining this country. They're ruining other countries too. It's not even just ours. What is the point of keeping somebody like Maduro in power? It rallies people against the United States. How does that help us? Take his ass and put him in a New York jail. That's how you fix that fucking problem. Not fucking 20 years of fucking military-industrial complex bullshit. Oh, we're running out of oil. We need more money. Well, if you get rid of a fucking disgusting dictator that kills its civilians, plenty of fucking oil.
I get that Iran's a foreign country, but I bet these people are probably Spanish.
We would change the world. If we helped out the Iranian people, we would lead the way for destroying terrorism across the world. People in Iran are writing Trump's name on walls, begging for Trump to intervene. I may not like the son of a bitch, but you know what? I got a lot of respect for him, especially after everything I've seen. He doesn't just say he's going to do something, he does it. I'm sick of getting presidents, even if they're not even if they're acting against Americans' best interest. They get into office and they never do what they're going to fucking say. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it.
About Palestine. Palestine's a foreign country too. So what's the difference here? Why is that not happening? Interesting.
Think about how many people could go back to Iran if Trump intervenes and stops this. Think about how many people will finally be free from terrorism, for having their money taken and sent to terrorists all over the world.
Very interesting. They're paid. They don't care. Yeah. Lawmakers. The reason, obvious.
If you're gonna go patrol ICE in your vehicle.
Patrol ICE? This psychosis is going to get more people killed.
It is.
This has to stop. You're not patrolling ICE. What are you doing?
It's probably best that you have a co-pilot.
Yeah.
And your dog isn't a good co-pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Kiba and I went out driving around, and we came across a convoy of 3 to 4 ICE vehicles. Stopped in front of a fucking daycare because, they're here investigating fraud, right?
Yeah.
Then why does it fucking matter if I stop my vehicle in the middle of the street and I honk my horn? Maybe I'm happy.
Because you're not law enforcement. You're a retard. You're a lobotomite. No one cares about what you're doing because it's so obvious that you guys are getting fucking paid to do this. You're fucking brainwashed. You're schizo.
Because the law enforcement officers are doing this, that means that I can do this. These are people who have suffered no consequences for anything that they've ever done in their entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And they just think that they're the same as a federal law enforcement officer. Oh my God.
Having a fucking mental health.
You know how you know these people have never suffered in their life? They've never had to worry about how they're going to afford rent, how they're going to, how how what they do affects their ability to get a job. How you like, I feel like everyone, and this may just be me, just because I'm a law-abiding citizen, I keep my head down, I work hard, I do my thing, I stay out of trouble, I don't want to cause trouble, because I don't want the heat on my back, dude. It's already hard enough to live out here as it is. The last thing I need is to catch a felony for impeding a federal investigation, even if I don't like what they're doing. Let's say in a magical world I thought that what they were doing was bad. I don't want to catch felony charges and make it even harder to get a job. Who does that help? It damn sure doesn't help them. It damn sure doesn't help me. Like, like, they're still going to do their job. That's what they were voted in to do.
Episode, you know?
Wait,
but
what?
what did I honk my horn? Maybe I'm having a fucking mental health episode, you know?
What'd I say?
Remember what I said about insane asylums? See?
But what did they do? They first of all, one of the agents looked at me and
go
goes,
ahead.
That was before I even started honking.
Honestly, base stereotyping. Total base stereotyping. He just had to look at you, and he knows what you are.
Literally just pulled up on him and was fucking staring.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't be staring at you? You're crazy.
Started honking. I started honking. I sat there and I laid on the horn.
Wow. That's brave. Can you believe this?
Yeah, she's gonna spark a revolution doing that. She's gonna change the world doing that. She's gonna go down in history as a domestic terrorist doing that.
And then there was a very loud banging at the back of my car, and before I knew it, there was a person on my driver's side window with their fucking gun. Their big fucking gun.
Oh, God.
Isn't it a beautiful thing?
Inject this into my fucking veins.
Right?
I want to see this every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can't box in federal officers by parking in the middle of the road and honking your horn like a schizo. Thank you. Thank you. This is right.
Telling me to get the fuck out of here.
And what did you do?
Fucking based.
What did you do?
The only thing that would have been more based is if she had gotten arrested.
I feel like she should have just gotten arrested at that point. I feel like they should just crack down 100% on this. If you're impeding in a federal investigation like this, dude, you just need to go straight to jail. They don't even need to ask you to leave. They should just arrest you straight up.
And I did.
That's right.
Look at that.
The moment the threat of force is introduced, people like this instantly lose their composure, and they go right back to being good little boys and girls, and all of these problems go away.
Exactly. What's it worth to you? Is it worth potentially losing your life for running over a police officer? Is it worth that? Are you willing to break federal law and end up having to kill somebody to make this narrative work? Are you willing to do that? If not, then you need to go home and get a job.
Unwillingness and the fear of using that is causing more death and more violence than anything else. In order to have a orderly society where people are normal, you have to hold people like this accountable.
Exactly. The whole reason why that lady died, it had nothing to do with her sitting there and blowing the horn and then eventually running over an officer. It had everything to do with the 40 or 50,000 other people, or it's not even that many, let's be honest, like the 60 or 70 other people that were doing it and didn't go to jail. They need to crack down on this in a way that is unseen. Because whenever you enable this action, you have 17 other actions that you give them an inch and they take a mile. It goes from, well, I'm just going to follow them around to, now we're blockading them. Now we're blockading them, looking at them and recording them and then doing this. And now we're trying to run them over. Oh, wait, we can't run them over because we are getting shot and killed. Oh, wait. Well, actually, we were running people over. Apparently, that's a thing that's been happening for a while. But now one person's been shot and killed. And, you know, it was okay when we were just running them over and they were letting it happen. But now that they're defending themselves, woe is us, right?
And
now what?
I think I'm more angry and frustrated by this than I am scared.
Good.
Good. You need to be both. You need to be scared. You need to be scared. If you don't like how things turned out, then take it to the ballot box. Go and vote it. Go vote it. Show your frustration in votes. That's how democracy works. If you don't like how something's being run, rally people together, stop chasing ICE people, and take it to the ballot box. That's how Trump got into office.
Good.
I'm pissed.
Good.
Just because you lost doesn't give you the right to sit here and impede in federal investigations. That's not how it works.
That I have to back down because you have a gun.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And it's also not because he has a gun. It's because he's a federal law officer, and the Democratic election chose you as the loser. You lost the election. That's the way it goes.
That's right.
Why is this dude so soy? I think it's a chick.
And that you will kill me. And that you will kill anybody that stands in your fucking fascist way.
Absolutely. You try to harm an officer, you try to put them in a deadly situation, and they absolutely should harm you.
I agree.
You have no right to do that.
I agree. The whole reason why they have a gun is to defend themselves. Why should an officer of the law back down? Why? You know what's crazy is that we have protests here in Texas, and you know where they're not fucking standing? In the street. You know why? Because the stand your ground law here, any person with a gun can shoot your ass if they feel threatened. Anyone. And guess where all these motherfuckers stand? They stand on the sidewalk where they belong. You don't see them on the road. That's why you haven't seen any footage of them being on the road in Texas. Even from day one, they cracked down on this, just like Florida did. They're not fucking around, bro.
You have no right to use your car as a weapon. You have no right to put an officer's life in danger.
Mm-hmm.
You have no right to box an officer in. There's no reason for that.
That's right.
And I'm glad that people are finally not putting up with this shit anymore. These people are insane. And the thing is that the way that you approach these people is that you give them literally no credibility whatsoever. Don't listen
They're no different than flat earthers. I actually kind of think they're worse because I do genuinely feel like these protesters are being paid to do this. I do. I think they're being paid. You can't tell me that they're able to produce high quality signs on a Saturday after they catch Maduro 3 hours from 7 a.m. Like, no, dude, no, I think they're being paid.
What they're saying, don't try to see their point of view. To the extent that you see their point of view and you empathize with them, they will use that against you.
Absolutely. That's absolutely what they do.
They'll use that against you for sure. Never give them even 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Never just never
But at the
play into
same
their
time, I'm
frame.
at a point in my life
That's right.
where I fucking... I love it.
You're lucky you didn't get arrested.
I think they should. If you're impeding traffic, if you're using your vehicle as a way to block in ICE, you just need to be arrested. They shouldn't give you a warning. They should completely crack down on this and bring in federal charges. They should. It's impeding traffic. You're blocking a federal investigation. You're impeding a federal investigation. They should just immediately put you in handcuffs. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Like, there shouldn't even be a question.
I like being here.
Like, you don't just put yourself in danger. You put other motorists in danger. You put the ICE agents in danger. You put whoever they managed to catch at the time in danger. You put everyone around you in danger. You put the pedestrians on the sidewalks in danger. Because let's say something like that happens again and you end up trying to mow over 4 ICE officers just to get out of there, and one of them just so happens to be a pedestrian kid that you mow over too. Fuck that, dude. You need to go to jail. It ain't even about you. It's about everyone else around you that you're hurting. Think about your family members that are going to have to fucking look over your dead corpse if you try to mow over 3 ICE agents and the 4th one shoots and kills you. Like, enough is enough. The laws are the law for a reason. Enforce them.
And I don't want to not.
They are supposed to be enforced to keep people from becoming hurt or worse, dead. Because when you enable this type of action, you enable it at a scale that leads to more death and violence than if you had just stepped in and said no, and you just enforced the law to begin with.
Yep. Just stay in your fucking house.
I missed when these people were just keyboard warriors. I do.
And it's frustrating to have always been somebody who is involved in protests. And
now you're finding out. And this is the problem, is that you see this adult child has been coddled, protected, and insulated.
That's the reason why they do this, too. You've got these institutions, these colleges, you've got your parents telling you that you're doing the right thing, and you're doing this, and you're doing that, and the institutions are like, yeah, you got to do this because they all are on the same boat. They hire people that think the same as well. So, like, you've cultivated this entire, like, audience of just mentally ill schizos that are feeding each other. They've literally made their own echo chamber in real life. That's literally what's going on.
From the consequences of its behavior and its actions for so long that the moment that they're actually given any degree of authority, they break down into a crying mess.
And you know, it's fine to have an echo chamber, but at least make sure the stuff that you're trying to make echo is not only reasonable, but it's not misinformation. Come on.
This would have never happened if you had held these people accountable from the very beginning.
Exactly.
But now you have a 40-year-old woman who's sitting here crying about being told that you can't go and interrupt the federal investigation. This is where we're at.
and involved in speaking out, and has always felt like, for the most part, I've been able to have my right to protest, my right to be angry.
Your right to be angry?
You can protest all you want. The minute you start breaking the laws, you're no longer protesting, you're fucking rioting. It's a form of rioting. Breaking the law whenever you're trying to quote-unquote protest is rioting. Anytime you break the law during a protest, you have crossed that line from protesting to rioting. And you know the reason why they do this is because they know that they're the minority. They know that no matter how many times they go to the voting booth, no matter how many times they put their vote in, they're never going to win because they're all crazy. The silent majority won. You lost and you know it's over. That's why you're acting this way. That's why you're out here breaking the law during these quote-unquote protests, and that's why you're rioting. It's because you know that you can't take it to the ballot box because no one is voting for this, because you're crazy. We would be living in absolute chaos if we went it their way. Look at LA. Look at the fires that break out every single year. Look at Chicago, the crime. The lady that literally fled war-torn Ukraine was stabbed by a homeless dude that was arrested and had like fucking 35 arrests and like 9 felonies. And she died in a subway station or on a bus on public transportation by a homeless dude. Like, that's the reason why people don't want to deal with it. You don't even have to live with your own choices. You live in a gated community because you're a fucking Nepo baby. You don't live with the decisions that you decide to make for society. The majority do. The people that have immigrated here legally, they have to live with your decisions. And people are tired of it. You're crazy.
A right to be angry? Not whenever it means stopping your car in the middle of a road and laying on the horn. Nobody has that right.
That's right.
And that's not a thing anymore.
No, it's not.
Bro, what we gotta do is we gotta move Florida people into Texas, and then what we gotta do is we gotta just like put all of these schizos on Florida, and then what we do is we'll just saw Florida off, and we'll push that bitch off into the fucking the Gulf of America or whatever they want to call it, and then we'll just nuke it. How about that? We'll just get rid of it altogether. Oh no, we ain't got to nuke it. I'm sure eventually it'll sink, right? Be like a big boat.
It's over. Thank God.
I'm really fucking angry about it, and I'm feeling.
It's gonna get a lot worse.
And these are the same people that were so ready, that actually did for the past 4 years. Like, they talk about racism and they talk about fascism, they talk about all this shit. Bro, like, I couldn't find a job for like 2 years because of the programs that your government had put in to make people like me not be able to get a job. Not like people like me, meaning white men. White men couldn't get jobs because they were catering to all these white women and all these different, like, ethnicities, and not even just ethnicities, like these weird fucking gender, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They were the ones getting a job because they were the ones getting paid by the government. They, like, the companies, these corporations were getting money from the government, like stipends from the government, because of the programs, these DEI programs that would hire people of, and you want to sit here and call us racist? You want to sit here and call us the fucked up ones? Like, you're crazy. You're getting what you threw at us, and you don't like it. It doesn't feel very good, does it?
To me, I'm going to vote for somebody that's going to make it 10 times worse. I think everybody else should too. These people are parasites. They're retards. They'll destroy everything around them just so they can feel good. This is only the beginning. If you thought it was bad now, it's going to get a lot worse.
And I hope he's right. I do. I genuinely hope he's right. We can't let these people get back into power, because it'll be like, dude, they'll just re-implement all the programs they put in and let more of these people come into the country that are going to cause billions of dollars worth of fraud and end up getting them more votes than what is actually supposed to be there. Like, there's no...
Institutionalize these people. It's going to be done.
Feeling fucking hopeless. But I know I can do other things.
Yep.
I know I can go buy groceries for people who are too afraid to go to the grocery store. I can fucking walk.
Do it. Go ahead. Sure.
Their dogs. I can volunteer.
And you see what she's saying here, right? Oh, wait a minute. I can't just...
She can't do what she wants to do, so she's backing out. That's what she's saying. She is like, oh, woe is me. Oh, big gun. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm just going to go help them in a different way. See, what's going to happen is she's going to turn the camera off, and she's going to act like this never happened. Little does she know that now that she's appeared on Asmongold, even if she tries to get a normal job, it's over. They will hunt her down for the remainder of her life, and they will make sure she never gets a job, ever. That's right. Her brain is finally kicking in a bit and realizing, maybe I shouldn't break the federal law because I could end up dead. And you know what? If you go out and break the normal law and a police officer pulls you over or does something, you could also get shot. Big surprise, law enforcement is the same across the board.
Be a vitriolic, angry, retarded harpy running around, driving around, laying on the horn, blocking traffic. I guess now I'm going to have to do things that are actually inside of the law.
Just imagine you sit there and try to block in ICE, and a school bus driver or an 18-wheeler that can't just slam on their brakes doesn't see you, and they plow into you and kill you. You're scared. You're more scared of the gun that the ICE agent has than you are of blocking people on a roadway. You see the, like, mental, like, disconnect here? You see it? Like, they're there for your safety. They're there to make sure that you follow the law, because if you don't, you could end up dead. When you break road laws, you could end up dead. There's a reason why they're there.
She's totally proving my point. She's completely proving what I've been saying the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
The moment that you apply any consequences to these people, they go back to factory default settings instantly.
Yep.
Because they don't want to die. That's it. Blocking ICE with cars is like Batman villains. Congrats. Arkham Asylum called. They've got padded rooms waiting. That's right.
That's right, man. Fuck
I
yeah.
have to do good things now? Yes. this shit we have to put up with because of these people, finally the total Karen obliteration is happening. That is what I'm looking for. We want total
I don't
Karen
think it's
obliteration.
total Karen obliteration yet. When these people start getting arrested, start getting charged, and then start serving jail sentences, then it'll be total Karen obliteration. Until then, it's not.
All of the people that are out there doing this need to get arrested, detained, fined, and just whatever they need to do to get them out of the fucking road.
They need to start charging these motherfuckers that are doing this with felonies. That's what they need to start doing. They need to start charging these motherfuckers with felonies, so that way they can't get a job. I remember whenever I was growing up, like, dude, you heard somebody that had a felony, you knew that they couldn't get a job. That's how it was. These people aren't scared of that, and let me tell you why they're not scared of that. Because they have money. That's why.
Break their windows if they're not rolling down the windows. Do whatever you need to do. How have these liberal Karens not figured out that they're a demographic that all sensible Americans want to remove from infecting our nation? Well, there's a lot of them, and they only talk to each other. That's the reason why.
Remember what I had said earlier? It's an echo chamber. It's an echo chamber. These people are all over Reddit glorifying the death of Charlie Kirk. They're out there trying to... They want Asman dead. They want Trump dead. They want all these political people that are opposing to them dead. Yet you want to sit here and say that these people are like you. I guarantee you, if you look this lady up on Reddit, she's made at least like 1,000 posts talking about how she wanted political opponents dead. The hypocriticism here is just it's so abysmal. It is so frustrating because you can never reason with these people either. To top everything off, you can't reason with these people. You're hitting your head against a wall.
My time and my energy in other places.
That's right. You're
and
gonna
also,
have to follow
I'm not
the law
fucking
now.
afraid.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. And you know you are. That's why you're angry.
Come back and sit in my fucking car and honk my horn. You scared
No, you're not.
the shit out of me today.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna fucking back down. We're not
Yes, you
going
will.
to back down.
You just admitted that you're backing down.
See, they always say that and then they back down.
Mm-hmm.
Can you undo a Karen into a normal person? Yeah, it's actually really easy. The way that you do it is you just simply apply consequences for them.
Yep.
And
you see a lot of people change their entire attitude whenever you start applying consequences to anything they do. 100%. Works even at jobs. Works wonders at jobs, dude. Let's see, do we have any
no, you're not.
Do we have any news from anything that's going on? Like anything at all? It's killed as anti-regime unrest grows. Bro, they killed 3,000? There's no way. I guarantee you it's more than that. That's crazy, bro.
What I will tell you is that what the Iranian regime is saying publicly is quite different from the messages they are sending to the United States and the Trump administration.
Yeah, they cut off the Iranians' internet, and the Iranian government is releasing like videos and stuff that was from like a few years ago that's edited to make it seem like it's newer, like everyone's happy and stuff, but like you can pull up the older videos and stuff and you can see them where they came from. And reports are coming in using Elon's Starlink of the body bags lining up on the streets. Like they have rows of just people in body bags on the streets just lined up. Bro, it like, and then there are pictures of the body bags being opened, and there are people that are dead in the body bags that are like out of the body bags to show like this isn't fake or anything. It's all real.
President Trump, as for him, he has always expressed that diplomacy is the first option. Always.
There have been reports that a total of 16,000 protesters have been shot and killed. So I think 3,000 is just a low number. For all we know, they probably wiped out all the protesters, and they're just releasing like fake images at this point. We don't know. All we know, because it's completely silent there, Nobody can get in contact with anybody other than the people that are using Starlink on certain social media places. All we know is that there are a lot of people dead, and we're completely unaware of the number yet. We don't know how bad it is yet. I guarantee you this is going to go down in the history books, boys.
Always will be. And so what President Trump will do next, only he knows, so the world will have to keep waiting and guessing, and we will let him decide.
The White House says that President Trump is weighing his next move as Iran institutes a deadly crackdown on anti-government protesters there. President Trump ramped up pressure on Tehran yesterday, announcing a 25% tariff on goods from any country doing business with Iran. He is expected to be briefed today on more options for a U.S. response, and the region waits to hear. Trey Yingst is there. He has the latest from Tel Aviv. Hi, Trey.
Dana, good morning. New reports indicate at least 3,000...
There's currently a ban on citizens, and Trump released a statement saying that all U.S. citizens that are in Iran should leave.
Iranians have been killed amid anti-government demonstrations. The confirmed number is expected to be much higher. Overnight, thousands of people gathered in the streets of major cities once again, including the capital of Tehran. Further south in the city of Isfahan, Fox News was able...
You know, the reason why these people have their faces covered is because in order to get to you, they're willing to go to your family, and typically whenever they do that, they end up killing your family anyway. Like, this is a very, very bad government that is doing a very, very good job at trying to kill its people. The Iranian government will absolutely kill all of its people in order to stay in power. They will genocide their people.
Starlink. He described battles between protesters and security forces who are using live ammunition. On the call, he said the government...
And in Iran, you can't have guns. The only people that have guns are the security and the army. The civilians aren't allowed to have guns. So they're shooting unarmed protesters on to boot on everything.
Really repress them using weapons of war against the demonstrators. At the moment, the situation for the demonstrators in the street, the atmosphere is like a war zone, and some people are trying to escape from it. He goes on to say, I have to emphasize that among Iranian people, Trump is the most popular person right now. He has so much popularity because of the steps that he took toward preventing the growth of terrorism in the Middle East. They respect him. The internet blackout in Iran continues, making it difficult for people to get new information, although international calls were briefly going through overnight. The Americans, Israelis, and Europeans are watching these demonstrations closely, with German Chancellor weighing in today.
If a regime can only keep itself in power by force, then it's effectively at an end. I believe we are now seeing the final days and weeks of this regime. In any case, it has no legitimacy through elections in the population. The population is now rising up against this regime. I hope there is a possibility to end this conflict peacefully.
Amid the crackdown, there is growing fear among protesters. One man in Tehran messaged me overnight saying, my days are numbered. Dana?
Trey Yings, please keep us posted. Thank you so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling...
Uh-oh. What is it, F12? F11. Oh yeah, here we go. Check out Pokey Natures on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and sub to it. Please check them out. These guys have been popping up on my feed a lot. Please check them out. This looks crazy good. Please keep up the good work, boys. Y'all are killing it out there with these. If you're trying to comment on my video, be aware that it will most likely have the comments turned off unless you sub to the channel. If you want me to take down the video or the stream, let me know. I will do that for you anytime. I know that YouTube tells you that you can only do that up to a year. If you send me an email, I have an email on my channel as well. If you guys want to collab with me or anything, just let me know. Hit me up. If you guys want me to take the video or the stream down, just hit me up on the email. But just don't strike the channel, man. Send me a takedown request. I will happily take it down. Like, I don't want any trouble. No one wants any trouble. I promise you. And that goes indefinitely. If you ever stop making content and you're like, hey, can you just go ahead and delete that stuff? I will do it. Okay? Just let me know.
Innocence ends in pain. True power is finally awakening. Youth fades away. Its skin turns as rough as rock.
This is cool.
Aggression takes over. That sharp horn is its crown. Claws ensure survival here. Every scratch is a silent warning. Marching into the wasteland.
Damn, he's even got battle damage already.
The proving ground. Its blue fire burns hot enough to turn rock into ash. Drawn to the heat, it stares into lava, seeking
Damn, it really looks like a gecko there, doesn't it? It really looks like a gecko, bro. Like, I've never, like, looked at a Charizard and been like, oh, that looks like a gecko. Like, how is it that some of the animations from AI look so much better than even, like, the Pokemon movie that came out, that, like, live-action one, that Pikachu Detective or whatever? I'm not saying it was a bad movie, I'm just saying, like...
Facing giants without fear. Combat is in its very blood.
Dang!
Ambition boils over. In the roar, the old shell shatters.
Oh, is it evolving? Oh, it's a Charizard now, huh?
Charizard. Awakened.
That's sick.
The Sky Throne demands strength. It dives to face its rival. Facing the water cannon.
Oh, it's got barnacles on it. That's really cool.
Hesitation means instant death. No longer clumsy. It dances through the air.
See, that's whenever I think of a Charizard, I think about that. That looks like a Charizard.
Fire meets water. Heat turns the battlefield into mist.
Oh!
This is rising against the tide. The battle is won. A new ruler of the world is born. Master of the skies. Sunlight shines on the wings of a king. Flying high, powerful wings tear rifts through the air. Looking down from the clouds, mountains are just scenery now. Its fury burns all. Even solid rock melts in an instant. Apex of the food chain.
Those poor Pidgeys, man. Bro's about to have himself a chicken dinner.
Dominance is a form of loneliness. Nesting on volcanic peaks. Only this heat can soothe its fire. Fierce.
Oh, look at the little one.
The cycle of life continues.
It's a little baby.
Through the storm, it never forgets where it began. That flame is the eternal bond.
W video.
Never fades. In the waters of Canada,
what's a Magikarp?
lives a creature known as the world's weakest. Magikarp. Its muscles are so weak, it cannot fight even the gentlest current. They swarm together, hoping for survival purely through numbers.
That's the only Pokemon in the game that needs the EXP share to evolve right there, boys. I remember whenever I would go out of my way to catch the Magikarp, and then I would sit there whenever I'd play it, and I would swap. I would have the Magikarp automatically out, So that way, every time I started a battle, it would be out, and then I would swap to a different Pokemon, and then like one tap whatever I was up against, and then watch the Magikarp's level increase by like 1 until it finally evolved into a Gyarados. Poor Magikarp, bro. Magikarp is just kind of hosed, ain't it? Oh!
But in the ocean, weakness is a sin. Predators smell opportunity. Facing the Sharpedo.
Run, boys, run! Oh! This is what I'm talking about, bro.
The survivor hides in the dark.
Dang, he got all tore up. Look at him.
Fear. A new emotion sprouts. It is not sadness.
Oh, is he gonna evolve?
Pure, unadulterated rage. A stormy night. Pressure drops, and the ocean begins to roar. It no longer obeys the current. It swims against the tide, challenging fate.
Oh, it's trying to like get stronger.
When rage breaks the limit,
oh, here we go.
Chains shatter. Weak fins turn into claws.
Hey, that looks sick, bro. That looks sick. How does this look so much better? And you mean to tell me that somewhere somebody wants to keep their job as an artist for what, bro? This looks so much better than the Detective Pikachu like Pokemon. This looks sick.
That tear the storm. Gyarados has arrived. Its brain is rewired, leaving only one instinct: destruction. Once fragile scales are now harder than steel. The hunter becomes the prey.
Woo! Bro, they running now. You messed up.
Its fury becomes real. Hyper Beam instantly vaporizes the sea.
Bro, that was the whole reason why Gyarados was so OP too. That and his freaking health, man. His resistances to like so much stuff, but that Hyper Beam, bro, that thing just decimates.
Anything in its path is swallowed by the endless vortex.
Oh, they cooked now, boys. That's it. The only thing this is missing is like David Attenborough. It needs David Attenborough.
It's rampaging. It will not stop until everything is destroyed. After the storm, only the strong remain. It is the absolute ruler here. From weakest to strongest. This is nature's most brutal miracle. Who left graffiti on Pikachu's fur? The answer is Jigglypuff.
I hate that damn thing, by the way. I hate Jigglypuff. I hated him in the show. I hate Jigglypuff, bro. That thing is just a dick.
A small creature filled with frustration. For every time it takes the stage, its audience drifts off to
Pokemon
sleep.
Tariff.
From the tropical shores of the Caribbean to the harsh, rocky deserts. From snow-capped
How does this look so good?
peaks to smoldering volcanic ridges.
Oh, he's angry.
Jigglypuff travels every corner of the world, singing its heart out, yet the result remains unchanged. Its song is pure and soothing, yet it holds the magic to lull all Pokemon into instant slumber.
That Staryu looks crazy cool.
The deeper the audience sleeps, the fiercer Jigglypuff's anger grows. The angrier it gets, the more prominent the graffiti on the sleepers' faces. And when the audience...
Oh, is that a Magmar? Oh, that's sick. I want to see what a Metagross looks like.
No one remembers the adorable performer. Just as Jigglypuff was about to abandon its performing dream, a ferocious
A
laugh
Jigglypuff?
suddenly appeared.
Man, I'd string that thing up.
To strike. Dejected, Jigglypuff sang again on instinct. But an unexpected miracle occurred. For the first time, its song failed to put anyone to sleep.
Oh.
Jigglypuff was overjoyed. Loudred unexpectedly recognized the unique charm in Jigglypuff's singing, offered its help, and persuaded its clan leader to allow a special concert in their dim cave. There, Jigglypuff sang like never before, while Whismer and Loudred's danced in accompaniment. That night, the clan celebrated Jigglypuff's debut as a star.
Are they immune to Jigglypuff? I didn't know that.
Rejoicing together, all of which seemed to be a chapter written by fate.
Yo, that's what's up. Okay, we gotta move on from the video from here, yo. W. Oh, there's a Tyranitar as well. Yo, W video, by the way. All right, here we go. We got the Critical Drinker talking about the crash and burn of Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is a poser, boys. If you didn't know that, he's fake.
Covered on this series, you might be forgiven for thinking that crashing out and nuking your own career when you're at the peak of success is confined more to today's crop of spoiled, narcissistic Hollywood actors with main character syndrome. But you would be wrong, dear viewer, for there was once a man in a time long before who blazed a trail of career self-destruction across the stars of Tinseltown.
I think why Steven Seagal's career destruction was just so bad is because he starred in so many movies. Bro was everywhere. I never liked him.
Man so shrouded in self-imposed mystery that
I was a Jet Li guy, man. Whenever I saw martial arts, I was like, give me Jet Li and Walker Texas Ranger. Give me Walker Texas Ranger. Give me which is if you don't know, Walker Texas Ranger is Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris.
He seemed to get
Bro, my grandfather loved Chuck Norris. My grandfather loved watching Walker Texas Ranger. He loved that show so much that my grandmother, whenever he passed away, could not watch that show, dude.
About who he
I
was.
love that show.
But one thing that wasn't mysterious were the controversies and disasters that took him from the heights of fame to direct-to-video lolcow. From beating up fellow actors and stuntmen to harassing women, clashes with directors, out-of-control egos and box office disasters. This particular crash and burn isn't just epic, it's legendary. I'm talking, of course, about the Great One, better known as Steven Seagal. A guy who claims to have worked with the CIA, to have helped overthrow the Shah of Iran, to be the greatest martial arts master that ever walked the face of the earth, and even a reincarnation of a previous Dalai Lama. Then again, he also claims to be an actor. His baffling rise to the very brink of A-list stardom was rivaled only by his spectacular fall in an explosion of ego, box office bombs, sexual harassment lawsuits, and arguably the world's least convincing.
Oh, I know who that is.
So
that's Death Wish.
Examine Crash and Burn.
I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. His stuff kind of like predates me.
Now, because he's consistently lied, exaggerated, and misrepresented almost every aspect of his life, it's actually pretty difficult to speak about Seagal's early years because who even knows how much of it's true?
That's
what
right.
we do know for sure is that Stephen Frederick Seagal was born in Lansing, Michigan in 1952. A frail, sickly kind of kid, he was often picked on by others and struggled to make friends until the family moved to California when he was 5 years old. The change of climate apparently agreed with young Stephen and he became more confident and outgoing. According to Seagal himself, he moved to Japan at the age of 22 and studied the art of Aikido from Morihei Ueshiba, which is kind of interesting because Ueshiba died 5 years earlier.
Really? Huh. That's interesting.
I think I can smell shite.
What is known is that in 1974, Seagal met a Japanese woman named Miyako Fujitani, whose father had moved to California to teach Aikido. When it was time for Fujitani to return to Japan later in the year, the Great One accompanied her, and by the end of the year, they were married. If you were a cynical man, you could point out that marrying a Japanese national allowed him to avoid being drafted for the Vietnam War, but clearly that's just nonsense. A walking weapon like Seagal would have relished the chance to go to war for his country. industry. Anyway, however it came about, we do know that he eventually did study Aikido during his time in Japan, and by 1978 he'd earned his black belt. Not because he was particularly good, but because the judge just didn't give a shit.
I was gonna say, like, if you see the way the people are moving in this, it looks so fake.
Fujitani later stated that the only reason Stephen was awarded the black belt was because the judge, who was famous for his laziness, fell asleep during Stephen's presentation. The judge just gave him the black belt. During these heady days of the late 1970s, Seagal later claimed that he helped to train CIA operatives in unarmed combat and even personally fought against the Yakuza. Then again, Seagal's track record on honesty makes James Gunn look like George Washington.
Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
Anyway,
That's
by the early
crazy.
80s, it was becoming clear that Japan just wasn't enough for the Great One. He had aspirations to become a movie star, so according to his wife, they spent the next couple of years saving up enough money to fly the family back to America, only for Seagal to take the cash and run, leaving Fujitani and his 3 kids behind.
Damn, that's fucked. Yo, that is fucked. What a scumbag.
Would have just held him back from his destiny, I guess. He eventually settled in West Hollywood, where he opened an Aikido dojo and tried to break into the film business. Literally in some cases. One of his first gigs was fight coordinator on the unofficial James Bond movie Never Say Never Again, which honestly deserves a production hell video all of its own, but let's just try and stay on topic here. A 53-year-old Sean Connery was making an ill-advised comeback as Bond after a 10-year hiatus, mostly for a big paycheck, but whatever. Seagal's job was to teach him some basic fight moves, but the two men took an immediate dislike to each other, and when Connery insulted Seagal, the man himself responded by accidentally breaking Connery's wrist during a sparring session.
What?
Too proud to admit he'd been fucked over, Connery worked through the injury and didn't get it properly addressed until a decade later. Despite ridiculous shit like this, Seagal was still working, but mostly behind the camera. What he really needed was a starring role that would help sell him to the world, and that opportunity finally came courtesy of Hollywood agent Michael Ovitz, who trained at Seagal's dojo and was somehow convinced that the guy had leading man potential.
That doesn't make sense.
What can I say? Cocaine's a hell of a drug. A screen test where he demonstrated his, fighting skills with a bunch of very accommodating stuntmen was enough to convince Warner Brothers to sign him on for his first feature film, the low-budget action thriller Above the Law. Nobody really expected anything from it, but the film was a surprise hit and went on to make $19 million. The studio were pleased enough to greenlight some more Seagal movies, and within a few years he'd churned out a bunch of action thrillers like Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, and Out for Justice. Yeah, they were all basically the same movie, and Seagal was basically playing the same soft-spoken, invincible badass in every one of them, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. These days it's hard to believe that this gangly, balding, not particularly talented actor was once seen as the next big thing, but whether it was intentional or just dumb luck, Seagal had come along at just the right time to break into the movie industry.
That's
After all
crazy.
the excesses of the past
Yeah,
decade,
he was in a lot of movies, wasn't he? He was in a shitload. Now that, like, I think about it, he was in a lot. Like, I had said that earlier, but, like, damn, he was in a lot of stuff. And I just didn't like him. I don't know why. Like, I don't even think I've sat down and watched a full, specifically Steven Seagal film through and through. I know there's a shitload of movies, but I didn't like him. I don't like him.
the big 1980s muscle men were going out of fashion, and studios were looking for a new crop of action stars who could do more than just lumber around firing a machine gun. Seagal, quiet and mysterious and brooding, with a tough guy persona and able to do martial arts, sort of, seemed like the perfect replacement. By 1992, it was time for him to move up to the big leagues with his first big-budget action movie. Under Siege, cashing in on the Die Hard craze with a story about a lone wolf who has to stop a group of terrorists from taking control of a Navy battleship, was the biggest hit of his entire career, getting solid reviews and bringing in $150 million worldwide. Somehow, Seagal was well and truly riding high, the toast of the town, the next big action star who was going to lead the industry into the 90s, just like Stallone and Schwarzenegger had dominated the 80s. And well, it was all starting to go to his head a bit. The first hint of trouble began in 1991 with his disastrous hosting gig on Saturday Night Live. Not only was he about as funny as an Amy Schumer gig, but he managed to piss off just about the entire cast and writing staff, acted like a complete douche during rehearsals, refused to film entire skits because they made him look bad, and even got himself banned from ever hosting again. Producer Lorne Michaels later called it the worst episode ever, and to this day it's been mostly removed from streaming services and reruns. I guess Saturday Night Live just wasn't ready for the power of the Great One. Either way, Seagal didn't care much. He was a movie star now and his career was taking off big time. All he needed now was a second hit to cement his success. And well, this is where it all started to go wrong. See, the Great One wasn't content to just act in front of the camera. He wanted to control things behind it as well. His ego
He sounds a lot like how The Rock was. The Rock, there's been a lot of directors and studio people that have come forward and said that he ends up altering whatever movie he's a part of. For example, I think it was like Black Lightning or Black Thunder or something. I think it was Black Lightning. He altered the script to the point where I think the character was supposed to die, but he didn't want the main character that he played as to die, so they ended up just the way they wrote it off like that. It's just crazy that all these studios are stepping forward now saying that, you know, some of these actors are just crazy.
He was convinced he could do no wrong, and somehow he was able to convince the studio too. Before you could say, this might be a bad idea, they'd agreed to let him star and direct his next big project, On Deadly Grounds. Now, on paper, it seemed like another hit movie following the classic Seagal template. An ex-something or other now working as a firefighter who has to wage a one-man war against an evil oil company to stop them from polluting the Alaskan wilderness. And he does this by blowing up massive amounts of highly volatile drilling equipment in the process. Now, you might think that putting an egomaniac actor with no directing experience in charge of a multi-million-dollar action blockbuster would be a bad idea. And you'd be right. Seagal had always had a reputation for being difficult to work with, but until now he'd been smart enough to rein his ego in out of sheer necessity. Not anymore, however. The shoot was apparently a complete nightmare. Seagal clashed constantly with the crew and his fellow actors, rewrote entire scenes on the fly to make himself look better, and even brought in a very confused Native American shaman to bless every shooting day. All of this bullshit added up to major delays and skyrocketing budgets, and things only got worse when the film actually released. It was savaged by critics and bombed at the box office, bringing in less than $80 million against a $50 million budget. It was the first major failure of Seagal's career and a huge blow to his ego and prestige. Suddenly he wasn't the runaway box office success he'd been painted as, and his dreams of
You know what's really crazy? He strikes me as the kind of person that's gonna blame the audience. Straight up. That's the kind of person he strikes me as. I don't think he actually took that as an ego hit. I seriously don't think he did.
Starring in big budget passion projects went up in smoke. He would never again direct a movie in any capacity.
Oh no! What happened?
Instead, he retreated to safer territory with his next movie, Under Siege 2, hoping to win back the momentum with a sequel to his biggest hit. It didn't really work though. The film turned a modest profit, but nothing like the first movie, and the critical reaction was mixed at best. Seagal's career seemed to be running out of gas just as it was poised to lift off. This was all bad enough, but problems were brewing outside the film sets as well. See, Seagal had always had, how can I put this, a bit of an eye for the ladies, whether they were interested or not. Back in 1991, 3 different women accused him of making unwanted advances, and not long after, 4 more actresses accused him of misconduct, usually in the form of late-night casting sessions. Seagal's typical solution was to throw money at the problem and settle out of court, but by the mid-90s, the accusations were becoming higher profile and more difficult to sweep under the rug. Honestly, the list of cases against him would take up a whole video all by itself, but suffice to say, old Stevie Boy was making a name for himself in Hollywood. And it wasn't a good one. His tough guy persona was also taking a few hits. He already had a reputation for working stiff with stuntmen, hitting them for real, treating them with absolutely no respect, and leaving many with serious injuries. All this stuff culminated in a showdown with stunt coordinator Gene LaBelle on the set of Out for Justice, where Seagal challenged the guy to put him in a chokehold, believing that he could easily escape. Now, what exactly happens next depends on who you talk to. Seagal's bodyguard claims that Seagal elbowed LaBelle before he could lock the hold in, and the two of them ended up wrestling on the ground before the fight got broken up. Other sources, however, claim that Seagal was choked unconscious and quite literally shit himself right there on the mat. I'll let you decide what really happened.
That's
he was
too
rubbing a lot of
good.
his fellow actors the wrong way as well. For years, he'd been talking shit about his biggest rival, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was another really good one, too. I like Jean-Claude. He's a beast.
Karate champion and had risen to fame around the same time as him. All of this came to a head when a very drunk and very angry Van Damme cornered Seagal at a showbiz party and challenged him to a legit fight. And just like the hero he was, the Great One made some quick excuses and left the party. By the late 90s, Seagal's career was stalling out. Once seen as lean, athletic, mysterious and cool, he was now practically a parody of himself. Overweight, middle-aged and lethargic, playing the same tired characters in every movie with zero enthusiasm or imagination. Action thrillers like The Glimmer Man and Fire Down Below bombed hard at the box office, and with harassment lawsuits raining down like confetti, Warner Brothers saw the writing on the wall and took the opportunity to ditch him. From then on,
I don't blame
Seagal
him.
would settle into the direct-to-video market and never really leave it. But the insanity didn't end there, dear viewer. Oh no. See, Steven might not have been involved with the CIA, but he definitely was involved with the mob. After falling out with longtime collaborator Julius Nassau, the guy enlisted the fucking Gambino crime family to hunt Seagal down and extort him for money. And these guys do not fuck around. At one point they showed up on the set of Exit Wounds, his latest movie, forced Seagal into a car and drove him to a meeting with one of the heads of the family where he was given a simple choice. Make more films with Nassau or pay 150 grand for every film he didn't make without him. Rather than go to the police with all of this, Seagal enlisted the help of a rival crime family for protection.
Really?
It's almost like he had some dodgy dealings of his own that he wanted to cover up. Luckily for him though, Nassau and his mobster buddies were eventually indicted for extortion, racketeering and about 100 other felonies, all of them ending up in prison. Seagal even had the balls to testify against them in court. So where exactly is the Great One these days? Well, with his Hollywood career going downhill, Seagal made the bold move of cozying up to Vladimir Putin in the mid-2010s and ended up becoming a Russian citizen. Sure, okay. As of 2019, he was still churning out low-budget direct-to-streaming action movies, still clinging to the belief that a morbidly obese man in his mid-60s who can barely even fight standing up could still believably play elite special forces operatives, SWAT leaders and DEA agents. Still acting like it's the early 90s and he's an exciting up-and-coming action star. Truly, he became the lol cow to end all lol cows, a joke to everyone else in the world except himself. Steven Seagal's crash and burn might not be one of the quickest or the most spectacular in Hollywood history, but it is probably one of the most fascinating career implosions I've ever seen. A man who was so in love with his own legend, so captivated by his own ego, so
he was too busy sucking his own dick to shut up and make the movie. You know, this brings us back down to shut up and put the fries in the bag. There it is. That's really what it boils down to. What is this?
Basically, there's a post. This is a person. It's like saying, I'm like, this is actually crazy to say about somebody. Right? Crazy to say. I'm thinking like, you know, I'm already crazy to say.
He was 33 and she was 17. What?
About somebody, right? Crazy to say. I'm thinking like, you know, I'm already in a lawsuit, right? I'm already in a lawsuit. I'm already regularly talking to lawyers. Maybe I should sue this guy.
So I'm going to have to give this a big context. Normally a post like this with 100,000 likes would be career-ending for most streamers. In 2024, Asman did a couple of streams with Kaisi. She has been a streamer on Twitch since 2018 and an adult content creator for years, way before meeting Asman. After a couple of months of streaming with Asman, Kaisi posted this on Instagram with the caption,
"Happy birthday in advance to me who is 18 every year."
She also immediately pinned and hearted this other comment to avoid any confusion because, of course, the implications would be insane, given she has posted adult content for years before this. But someone still went and changed her famous birthdays page using that date, the same page that basically says she started full-time streaming when she was 12. What's amazing is that we had the same thing happen last year. I'll let you guess from which community this came from.
As Mongold laughs at the attempt from haters on Reddit, accusing him of dating an underage girl, Casey, who is a streamer and in her 20s, those allegations were proven false pretty quickly as the age didn't match up. I do have to point out that the accusation was levied from an obsessive Hassan fan. That subreddit and their mods
Oh my god, I was right. It was Hassan.
This type of environment to attack Hassan's perceived enemies.
I saw this, bro. People love writing fan fiction. It is crazy. And to me, it's really funny for me to see this happen. They just run out of actual stupid things to complain about, and now they write out fan fiction as well. I don't give this a lot of attention. It's just bullshit. But yeah, Sonorbers, yeah, it's just, I don't know why.
Wouldn't that be funny if he was like, if he actually sued somebody, dude? That'd be
make up
hilarious.
bullshit like that.
Has been being sued. I didn't even realize he's being sued. Why is Asmongold being sued? I don't know. I don't know why he's being sued. He's not talking about it.
22,000
so no one knows.
likes about me being a pedophile. That's pretty crazy. And then you also have, by the way, the person blocked me. And I hate Asmongold, but what's the proof of any of this? Yeah, even people... even
the people that hate him are questioning this.
Up now? That's a serious accusation to tweet with no receipts. But you guys don't, by the way, I see some people saying the age of consent 17. Listen...
It doesn't matter. I don't understand where this mentality comes from. You can only date, if you're under the age of 18 in the state of Texas, you can only date somebody 3 years lower than you and 3 years higher than you until you turn the age of 18. If you are 25 and you date a 17-year-old, it's illegal. The age that, like, this isn't the actual age of consent in Texas. They're saying this based on the Romeo and Juliet law that Texas has. This is not true.
If you are my age, if your age starts with a 3, you don't need to be dealing with anybody that's 17, okay? I'll talk to my lawyers next time I have a meeting with them. Then I'll see kind of what their input is, right? It's so cringe to see something like that happen. But unfortunately, that's just reality.
What's also reality is that Honest Abe here is going to make money from this post. But oh, would you look at that? His account is fully verified. Do you have any idea how easy it is to subpoena a Twitter account? See you in court, Abe.
Damn, bro's getting sued. He's actually getting sued. Damn, bro fucked up.
The purity test?
I saw the...
Here we go. We got some purity testing going on, boys. You know, we gotta suss this out right quick.
You have a sign in the window. It says everyone is welcome here except ICE.
Yeah.
If ICE were to come onto the premises, would you guys kick them off?
Absolutely. We believe in the safety of our students and our faculty. So we...
Big mistake.
Okay. Isn't that how immigration works?
I'm sorry?
Isn't that how immigration works? Everyone's welcome except illegals, and if they come into the country, we kick them out?
Uh-oh.
You're asking me.
Well, it's a simple question. You should be able to answer it. You're a teacher.
Oh, fuck.
You're filming as if
She's immediately aggro.
You know who I am. I'm undocumented, ma'am.
you're on school property, and technically you're trespassing.
Ma'am, no one's trespassing on illegal land, so...
Okay, well, you haven't shown me an ID.
Okay, well,
Oh, so now you...
it's crazy that they let themselves be captured by this line of thinking. Switch up as fast and you fail the period.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Meanwhile, anti-ICE protesters clashing with ICE officers in
This was an hour ago.
Wild scenes like this in the Twin Cities playing out as state Democrats sue the federal government to try to stop the ongoing immigration enforcement operation.
Matt Finn is there on the ground in Minneapolis with the details. Good morning, Matt.
They're trying to sue the federal government? What?
Good morning, Lawrence. Tomorrow marks 1 week since the deadly shooting of Renee Good here in Minneapolis, and the clashes between protesters and law enforcement are not slowing down.
Why would they? They have a job to do. And they wonder why someone was already shot and killed. You throwing shit at a federal vehicle, dude. Like, what are you doing? How are we tolerating this?
As protesters appear to start throwing snowballs and water bottles at federal agents, who can be seen tossing tear gas canisters into the crowd as they drive off. Protesters could be seen washing that tear gas from their faces with water. The crowd heard
Shit sucks, don't it? Maybe don't throw shit at vehicles.
chanting, "These are their streets."
You know what's crazy is if they had done that to any other police officer, if you were homeless and you threw a water bottle at a passing police cruiser, they're going to pull your ass in jail. Straight up. And you know what's really sad is that it's not even just the fact that they're being laxed because they're federal agents. They're laxed with their own laws as is. That's why they have so many people walking around with all these felonies. So, like, they don't even enforce their own laws. Their own police aren't allowed to enforce their own laws and put people in jail where they belong. So, of course, they're not gonna know how to handle, like, actual, like, federal agents.
Also yesterday, dozens of immigration agents surrounded by angry protesters chanting shame. Agents warning them to get back and using crowd control tactics including gas, pepper spray, and sting balls. Tensions continue to flare as both the state of Minnesota and Illinois file lawsuits against the Trump administration over federal immigration enforcements. Minnesota's lawsuit argues in part that immigration agents are invading Minneapolis and overwhelming the much smaller police force.
We are seeing right now is not normal
Oh, cry about it.
immigration.
You know why it's not normal? Because if you, instead of fighting against these ICE agents, actually help them, then you would probably be done with this already. Seriously.
We are not asking ICE not to do ICE things. We are asking this.
You know what should happen? I feel like they should let this state government try to sue the federal government, and they should move it really quickly along, make it like take at least minimum like 2 weeks. And when they lose, they should automatically just implement the Insurrection Act. That's what they should do. Just instantaneously. The minute they lose, just implement the Insurrection Act. Like, not the federal government, but they're like Minnesota, when they lose, they should just implement the Insurrection Act just automatically. Even if they win.
Federal government to stop the unconstitutional conduct that is invading our streets each and every day.
And Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker writing, "Illinois is standing up for our people. Today we are once again taking Trump to court to hold his administration accountable."
Once again. Shouldn't that be a big red indicating flag? Once again? Come
For
on.
its unlawful tactics, unnecessary escalations, and flagrant abuses of power. The Illinois Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against DHS over the dangerous use of force used by CBP and ICE agents. Now, DHS firing back at Minnesota and Illinois Democrats, writing, "It really is astounding that the left can miraculously rediscover the 10th Amendment when they don't want federal law enforcement officers to enforce federal law, which is a clear federal responsibility under Article 1, Article 2, and the Supremacy Clause. We have the Constitution on our side on this, and we look forward to proving that in court." Also, DHS is calling on Governor Walz and Mayor Fry here.
Well, they do realize that if the state government is trying to sue the federal government, it's going to be taken away from a state jury and judge. It's going to immediately go to federal court. They're going to lose this no matter, they're just trying to drag this out. That's all they're trying to do.
To cooperate with more than 1,300 detainers of criminal illegal aliens after DHS says Minnesota already released more than 400 wanted detainers onto the streets here. Back to you guys in New York.
So not only are they actively fighting against the ICE people, they're re-releasing all these people that have been detained.
All right, thanks so much, Matt.
That's
I do
crazy.
find this whole thing fascinating because whether it is the bricks that have been thrown at the cops, the water bottles that are filled with ice. They freeze those water bottles before they throw them, or even some of them they fill.
That would explain the reason why one of the back windows of the vehicles was busted. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, if they freeze the bottles, then they're literally throwing like ice bottles at them. That's crazy. But remember, though, they're not allowed to defend themselves. They're just supposed to be Minnesota's punching bag.
On cops continues, and there's no pushback on it. Meanwhile, you see a press conference from all those government officials, but the whole reason that ICE is there is because of the fraud. And there was no press conference, no joint press conference on that as well. So we're seeing a rise in tension, guys, and part of it is the elected officials don't want to do their job here. The last thing I'll say about this, they're asking to be involved in the investigation that is led by the FBI to look into the shooting. Now, the federal government has been asking them to cooperate with investigation of violence.
Why the fuck? That's a good question. Why the fuck would the FBI allow them to get involved with the investigation of that retard that got shot and killed by the ICE agent if you guys have been pushing back on ICE ever since they got there? Seriously, you've been calling to arms and making the ICE agents' lives a living hell in Minneapolis. Why the fuck would they allow you to get involved in a federal investigation?
Illegals within their state and city. They don't want to cooperate with that, but now they want to have an investigation that they have no jurisdiction over.
If you really go back to the beginning of this, ICE is trying to arrest violent criminals who are here illegally. And you have people and politicians and protesters that are trying to protect the worst offenders. If you go on ICE's website right now, you can see 19 different pictures of men, mostly men, there were a few women on the site, with their charges. Let me just read you the charges of the first three that I saw. Convicted of sexual assault against a child, sexual assault, carnal abuse, and 4 DUIs.
Jesus.
The second guy, sodomy of a boy, sodomy of a girl, aggravated sex offense, counts of larceny, unauthorized use of a vehicle, 4 counts of fraud, drug charges, and then there were others. The third one was convicted of rape, aggravated assault against a family member, assault with a weapon, domestic violence involving strangulation. So these are violent rioters and politicians that are trying to protect some of our worst offenders. DHS says this is baseless, and state leaders are prioritizing.
These are the people that are trying to protest right here. That we've got these people protesting child rapists, and they're also protesting against people like Maduro being taken by our government. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Politics over public safety. Listen.
I'm sitting here just thinking about it. And
I think we have a soundbite from Todd Lyons, who's the ICE director, was on the Will Cain show. Listen to this. They're trying to get that.
I'm sitting here just thinking about it, and they talk about where, violations of the 10th Amendment, but we're not asking, any government agency in Minnesota to do immigration law for us, so I don't see how that's an overreach. What we're doing is we're doing our lawful law enforcement mission that Congress has on the books. So, to me, obviously now it's pending litigation. I'm not going to.
It's not even just Trump. They're going against Congress doing this nonsense. Like, Congress wants this as well. That's what they've decided. An overwhelming majority want this. You're going against not only Trump, but the United States Congress. Like,
too much in it, but there were a lot of allegations there. That's a lot to unpack, and I was sitting here listening to this whole entire press conference, and
Gemini,
the one comment right off the bat that just strikes me is that we don't show a warrant for arrest. Late for under the Immigration Nationality Act. ICE doesn't. Need
That's right, bro. Just airlift Minnesota out of the country. That's right.
So there's a lot that I don't think they understand about.
Oh my God, dude!
The allegations are just really sad.
There are a lot of investigations going on.
What a joke! Seriously, what a joke this has all been. We already We already found out. We already watched that. We don't need to watch that one again. What is this?
News alert: the State Department issuing a travel advisory for U.S. citizens in Iran. The message is short and to the point. Quote, leave Iran now. Have a plan for departing Iran that does not rely on the U.S. government help.
Yep.
This follows President Trump's warning to the Islamic Republic as reports reveal hundreds of civilians have been killed during anti-government protests. The White House also revealing the
2 hours ago
messages Iran is sending back to the United States. Watch this.
What the Iranian regime is saying publicly is quite different from the messages they are sending to the United States and the Trump administration privately. President Trump, as for him, he has always expressed that diplomacy is the first option, always has been, always will be. However, he is unafraid to use the lethal force and might of the United States military if and when he deems that necessary. And nobody knows that better than the Iranian regime.
Fox News contributor.
You know the press conference, not the press conference, the conference that Trump had with those military guys that were like, yeah, Maduro's a problem. You know that all he did was look over and be like, okay, take care of him however, whatever means necessary. And they were like, okay, no problem. And they got the job done.
CIA Station Chief Dan Hoffman joins me now.
Program. Iran knows that their economy is in free fall. They're suffering from a shortage.
Yeah, they actually pulled Iran's money, their dollar. It's not on the stock trade anymore. It's gone. It's at zero. You can't buy it or sell it right now. It's gone completely.
All of those things have fueled these protests, and it threatens Iran's regime. And so what they want is to negotiate and not be in a
of 25% on any and all business being done with the United States of America. This order is final and conclusive.
That's crazy, dude.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Look at this, bro. Look at this. Hey, remember.
I can't wait for artificial intelligence to get applied to these videos and those fools yelling threats are unearthed. Can you imagine all of those felonies? Nick Sorter, an independent journalist and influencer out there trying to survive, surrounded by agitators who were jumping on and vandalizing his car. He was finally able to get away. He couldn't even move the vehicle. Meanwhile, Department of Homeland Security has released this brand new video. Please watch your screen. It's leading up to the shooting and the death of Renee.
Goodness, she's like doing a 3 or a 4 or 5 point turn. This looks like somebody that's trying to get out of there. If doing a...
To leaders, well, you know, they've been rocking a narrative from the beginning, calling it murder.
Well, I love that they didn't even show, like, whenever you saw the original video, you didn't even see the ICE agent walk completely around the car. He did a 180 or a 360 scope of the car with his phone out and everything, and all they showed was the very end of the video of the ICE agents getting out and then trying to arrest her, and then the shots being fired and her being killed, right? They didn't even show the front side of the vehicle, all that footage. They didn't show the full footage. They immediately spent a narrative the second they got the footage.
Oh, it is, so we know how they feel.
Yeah, Renee Nicole Good, as you hear her...
Died as a domestic terrorist trying to fucking do what she thought was right, even though she was brainwashed by you schizos that are taking all of the American money and sending it out of... putting it in planes and shipping it out in Minneapolis airports.
Say she's not mad. She's sitting in her car, peacefully waving cars to get by.
Anybody can see that this victim is not a domestic terrorist. I mean, my goodness, she's like doing a 3 or a 4 or 5 point turn.
She's doing a point turn, that's right. She was trying to turn around. She wasn't sitting there blocking the road. She wasn't sitting there breaking the law. She was just trying to do a turn, boys.
this looks like somebody that's trying to get out of there. If doing a 3-point turn or a 4-point turn is a domestic terrorist, and my wife is a criminal every single
towards the police officer. You can also hear the thump of his body when he was hit. Tweeted out a list that ICE put out of some of the individuals that they have captured in this surge in Minneapolis. And we are talking about dozens of the worst, convicted child rapists, sodomizers, plus 10 killers. We're talking about one individual sexual assault and sodomy of a girl under 13 years old. Another individual rape of a 12-year-old and kidnapping. Another individual homicide. Another 3 counts of homicide. So
you remember what I was saying about these all being linked together? So, like, they aren't enforcing their own laws. They're allowing these people with 9, 10, 15, 20 felonies to get out. And then somebody like that guy that we covered a couple months ago where he said that his daughter, who was naked, had to get down on her hands and knees and got shot and killed by a guy that had like 35, 40 felonies. You see this happen, and it doesn't really click until you realize that it's the same people. It's either LA, Chicago, which Chicago is finally fixed, or it's Minneapolis, or it's any of these other sanctuary cities where they're letting these people out, or New York. New York is another one. They're letting these felonies roam around in their own state. They obviously don't want to enforce their own law and keep citizens safe. And now that the federal government is cracking down on their sorry ass, they're panicked. And the reason why they're not cracking down on law in their own state is because they're breaking the law themselves. You got the massive Minnesota's fraud scandal that come out with all the Somalians that are literally being brought over from a foreign country and put in Minnesota just to give them the vouch for vote, where you can vote for up to 5 people if you vouch for them. Like, it's all falling apart for them. And obviously they would be okay with protecting these criminals because they're criminals themselves. Like, of course.
why exactly are these individuals protecting these killers, these sodomizers, and these child rapists? And why is Minnesota giving them sanctuary? It's disgusting.
I want to bring this into 18 United States Code 111 states it's a felony to forcibly assault, resist, oppose, impede, intimidate, or interfere with.
Thank you. I wonder how many people saw that Fox had posted what they had posted about the video and were like, oh, but that's not against the law. That's not against the law. Oh, I know the law. I know the Constitution. I know the Constitution. I know the law. I know the Constitution. I know the law. It's the same fucking people that were like, oh, well, freedom of speech. Charlie Kirk is dead. Ha ha. And it's like, dude, he got killed expressing his freedom of speech. What are you bozos talking about?
Officers.
You don't know the law. You're just making up whatever you can to justify it. That's all you're doing. You're just trying to justify it.
Right now. Emily, I want to ask you about the law and how it applies.
Yeah, and you don't do a turn when someone's in front of you. Who does a turn when someone's in front of you? She had a driveway she could have backed into. She could have just drove in there, wait for them to pass, and then backed out and went. But she's doing that in the middle of the street. The driveway that was behind the vehicle was empty. It was empty.
Because she was taunting. She can be seen and heard very clearly on video. In fact, she's got to have her own because a lot of it she's taping. So I wonder if they have that too from her perspective.
I'll say this too, and this is just my personal opinion from watching those videos, but you can see the wife trying to get into the vehicle.
Yes.
And then it's her voice there's multiple.
They need to charge her. They need to charge her with attempted murder. They do. They need to charge her with attempted murder.
But her voice that says, hey, hey, because the driver is driving away and isn't letting her in. So there's like all of these different slices of the pie that are occurring simultaneously. And my point is that to me is evidence that Nicole was not, or that the subject was not fleeing per se, because if she was, she would have waited for her wife to get in the car. There was something else going on, and this will be presented before likely a jury to determine that. I want to talk about for a second the Nick Sorter attacks, because that's an unfortunate, it's actually a horrific pattern that we've been seeing. Remember the Andy Ngo and Nick Shirley and Nick Sorter and so many journalists, they're independent journalists and they're covering these left-wing liberal protests. But then they get violently attacked. They are threatened, they are physically impeded instead of debated. And then this sort of crowd intimidation escalates, and Andy Ngo had to go to the hospital. There are horrific stories of physical violence that independent journalists have suffered, not to mention what happens afterward, this inverse narrative that somehow they were the provocateur. We heard Governor Walz, for example.
I love how just trying to drive as a news van is like just trying to drive on American soil to walk around and ask people what their thoughts are with the protests is provoking a riot or provoking the crowd. How distorted from reality are you that you don't like media asking you questions because you know that what you're doing is retarded? What you're doing is so disconnected from reality that you're actively attacking media because you know if they start asking you any single brain-celled question, it's going to fall apart for you.
Well, this is a separate legal issue that he was talking about, Nick Shirley, but I'm talking about these independent journalists. Called him a conspiracy theorist and a white supremacist. But the victims all of a sudden become those hecklers, these provocateurs, these violent individuals. And then obviously the media, it doesn't follow their narrative, so they're muted or they're not talking about it. And then in those progressive areas, we don't see a law enforcement moving toward arresting and accountability of those people. And here's what's interesting. Nick Shirley talked about this recently on a podcast. He said, you know, I was a journalist, but now I've been forced into activism because I was attacked simply for reporting the truth. Now I actually
he wasn't able to walk around in Minnesota anymore after the video went mega viral. The Somalians were walking up and trying to like actively attack him. He didn't once hurt anybody doing that. He didn't put his hands on anybody. He didn't do anything like that. And now what these people are doing, they are forcing They're forcing radicals to come out. They are forcing people to become more radical because of what they're doing. When you surround a news van, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. It's lawless nature that has taken over Minnesota and these states, and they need to be reacquired using the federal government. They need a complete and total crackdown from the federal government to come and fix those people. That's what they need.
And say my opinion because it's those liberal left-wing violent activists. And we talk about all the time that the Dems say, or the libs say, they were trained activists. Well, if you were trained, you should know the law. And you should know that your motor vehicle becomes a deadly weapon. And you should know what exactly is towing the line and what exactly is putting an officer in imminent threat of bodily harm or people around you.
Maybe they do know it. They don't care.
That's
but I tell you, one name comes to mind, and that's Charlie Kirk. And he was not an independent journalist. You don't need a title. You don't need a title for these people to press against. You know what you have? You have a point of view. You have freedom in your voice, and you have truth in your voice, and they hate us for it. And they're willing to kill some of these people. So I'm not sure. I can't separate them out from the day that you witnessed, because you were there in Utah with Charlie Kirk. I can't separate them out because I don't believe what they say. I see what they do.
Where is the Minneapolis Police Department? You have a First Amendment right to do
on a
things.
stand-down order? I don't know. Let's call them.
And so they are making the Democrats own this issue now. They went from defunding the police to not engaging the police to not having them participate. They are trying to make sure that if you do get arrested, you don't.
Oh yeah, isn't that interesting? Oh, but the majority of the people, the federal workers that are coming in, they're overwhelming the police. Yeah, they're overwhelming the police because you can't keep anybody, because what's the point of working for a job where you arrest somebody and a day later they're out doing the same thing they got locked up for? And then you defund them? You defund the police and you wonder why the federal agents are so numerous in your state? Are you dumb?
Don't get prosecuted. They just continue to escalate this. And what's going on in Minneapolis, these people have a right to be down in the trenches. But Nick Sorter shouldn't have to go through that.
I love how they scream and screech their freedoms, yet they actively break the laws and cause riots. They burn flags to cause riots. They incite violence. They attack other people that are counter-protests, so they can't even form around these people. These groups are completely volatile, and they need to be dispersed the minute they start happening. They either need to be dispersed with like rubber bullets or pepper spray canisters, or they need to be put in jail. They need to be surrounded by the United States military. Each one of them needs to be locked up, and they need to be shipped out of state, so that way these federal agents can do their job and not have to worry about the same people being like let out back into the Minnesota population just to go and harass them again.
To do with ICE, that has everything to do with law and order on the streets of Minneapolis.
You know, part of the conversation going on in both Minnesota and other places, Portland now, is that ICE is not law enforcement. The Immigration Customs, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is a law enforcement agency within the Department of Homeland. It has two main force arms, HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, and ERO, Enforcement and Removal.
And let me tell you something. If HSI, Homeland Security Investigation, is in your state, they have every operating law that state has, plus the federal government that backs them. ICE agents are HSI. They're there doing an investigation, and you're impeding it.
They are clearly the tip of the spear in law enforcement.
Yeah, and I feel like this isn't being communicated by people that could really help in this situation, that is the fact, because a lot of the protesters, and particularly those that continue to block roads, feel like they're pushing back against someone that doesn't have the right to even talk to them. They have this attitude like they don't know what they're doing.
And you know why? Because the people that are running their state, their government officials, are not relaying the correct information to them. You notice that Tim Walz hasn't come forward since the last time he did a press conference? Have you noticed that? The only person that's been coming forward is that other dude, that governor dude, whatever. It's almost like they're trying to alienate him because he came forward and said, please peacefully protest. Have you noticed that? You haven't seen Tim Walz come out a single time since he made that press conference and told everyone that's protesting in Minnesota to do so peacefully. You haven't seen it once. Makes you wonder who's really running the show over there, doesn't it?
Is illegal, and I think that's a concern. And that clarity, just even the clarity from Minnesota leaders, from state leaders, from local leaders, that vehicles can be dangerous. And, you know, you shouldn't be attacking vehicles, throwing things at vehicles, which we've seen with ICE agents and in that Nick Sorter video, attacking journalists. Stay away from vehicles. Don't use your vehicle as part of a protest. It is large. It is dangerous. And hopefully we don't see incidents where protesters are hit by vehicles accidentally or anything along the lines that we've seen.
You know what's crazy is that, like, you can't even use that as an argument. What is this, a third world country? You can't just run somebody over and then think you're going to get away with it. Yeah, it happened in Florida. It happened in Texas. And you know what happened? These dumbasses didn't get in the roadways anymore. They don't get in the roadway because they know that they're either going to be arrested or they're going to get fucking run over. Because it's scary whenever you've got that many people around a vehicle and they're trying to rock the car over, or they're trying to, like, get on top of it. They're trying to smash in your windshield. They're trying to break your windows. They're trying to, like, vandalize your vehicle, pulling the hubcaps and shit off. Like, it's terrifying, especially if you have kids or like you're with somebody. Like, that shit's scary. It's terrifying. Big surprise if you get fucking run over. Maybe you shouldn't have been standing there.
Thus far, but I wish the authorities would be more clear that ICE has the legal rights to be where they're going.
Oh, but the ICE officer got run over. Yeah, the ICE officers are a Federal Investigation Bureau. They are part of the FBI. They are Homeland Security. They are above most state laws. You know why? Because they're from the federal government. You know what the federal government does? It passes laws that affect the entire nation. You can't run over a cop, okay?
And the vehicles can be dangerous broadly. Like, this is a bad idea.
Well, which authorities? Because Governor Walz isn't going to make that point.
And
that's the thing. That's what I was just saying. Nobody's going to make that point for them.
Authorities himself. Have you seen the fraud? Have you seen that case up against him? Anyway, different topic, but man, that guy's in a lot of hot water.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily.
What a joke. Seriously, what a joke. Like, hardcore, what a joke. We might cover that one tomorrow.
We're trying to get status. Got a Honduran here. We're trying to get status. Texas Tech. That's fine.
Damn, bro's getting cooked. It's going out the other door, bro. Mm-hmm. Damn, bro, look at all these agents. Holy crap. Bro, they're not fucking around anymore. Mm-hmm. See, what did I say? What did I say was gonna happen? You keep fucking around with this, man, and they're gonna flood that state full of federal agents. And you know what? They already got the National Guard flooding that bitch. They need to send in the United States military. Trump needs to get the Insurrection Act invoked. They need to get these criminals out of here, bro. Seriously. They need to invoke the Insurrection Act. It's sad that just to get one person, you have, because like, they wouldn't need all these people if you would stop attacking the agents when they're trying to do their freaking job. You realize that there are 4 people trying to get this dude, right? And then they have to have like 17 others to give them enough space so that way they can do their job. Oh, but they're not going to flood the state. Nah, well, obviously you're wrong. That's what happens when you make it really hard for them to do their job. That's why they have to have caravans of like 7 freaking vehicles just to catch one dude. Because they got to freaking deal with him and they got to deal with your dumb ass. That's why it's taking so damn long.
Stay back. Back up. Back up.
Bro, do you think that if I walked up to some of those federal agents and asked them, like after they catch the guy, and asked them if I could do like a ride along with them and record, you think they'd let me do it? You think they'd let me do it? I would totally love to ride around with them for like a day. Just to see what they go through, dude. It'd be scary as shit at some points, but like I would just want to see.
Get up.
Yeah, maybe they would. Maybe they'd let me, huh? They'd probably do like an ID check. I don't think these people lost the trust of the American people. I think the government that is over them have strayed them so far, like, away from actual reality that they're just crazy. They're actually just crazy. Like, in what world do we live in that no other state is doing this? Keep this in mind. Florida's not doing this. Texas isn't doing this. It's only like the 2 states that have these crazy people committing all this fraud doing this. It's not the ICE agents that are the problem. It's their fucking government officials that like the government officials of the state. LA did this. Chicago did this. And now it's Minnesota. Don't you see a pattern here? It's not every other state in America. It's these 3. Yeah, no, exactly. Okay, you're talking vice versa. No, you're right. Like, they need more people, so they're going to send it. Like, there's still a job that needs to be done. They're going to do the job. They're just going to send in more people. Telling ICE to get out is not going to solve this problem. Working with them, getting them water, giving them food, giving them tips on where to go, that gets them in and out faster. This operation could have taken a week. Now they're probably going to be stuck here for months. Because they just keep getting, like, brutalized. They're not your punching bag, bro. They're federal agents trying to do their job. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I get pulled over and they think that I'm like Venezuelan or some shit, I'd be like, yo, man, I got my ID here. Take it. Take it. Do whatever paperwork you need. I don't want no trouble. And I do that with any police officer. I'd be like, dude, I don't want to die. It's such a stupid way to lose your life. You fuck around like, oh, but they're not the police. It doesn't matter. You see, look at the police. I don't even know what ERO means. I don't know what the fuck that means. I think these guys are National Guard, actually. I think these guys are the National Guard. If I'm not mistaken, they're the National Guard for Minnesota. So these aren't even ICE agents. They're National Guard members. And like, why would you even do that to a police officer? If a police officer pulls you over and they start asking, like, I never did understand the people that were like, oh, you can't do this and that. And it's like, dude, just do what they say and then go on about your business and take it up in court later. Live today, fight tomorrow. What are we doing? You know why it's not happening like that? Because they know it won't hold up in court. That's why they're doing it. And if it's not holding up in court, maybe you should ask yourself, is what you're doing really the right thing? Ask yourself that. In this country, if you're illegal, they kill you.
The lowest unemployment in the European Union is Poland. The
Poland.
highest GDP after COVID. Poland. One of the lowest debts. Poland.
This is Dominic, a member of the European Parliament from Poland, the country that just approved the new...
Check out Tyler Oliveira, Tyler Oliveira. I'm just going to use a couple of clips from this video. I'm not going to watch your whole video. If you want me to take it down, please let me know. I will gladly take it down. Email me. I've got the subs turned on, so if you want to leave a comment telling me to take it down, either in the stream or the actual video, more than likely, if you tell me to take one down, I'm going to take both down. Just so you're, just heads up. Sub, leave the comment, and then you can just unsub, and I'll see it, and I'll take it down.
New measure to
I say leave a comment, it works better, because I'm not like, I don't think that it's somebody else just leaving me an email that's just like a troll, you know?
And kill anyone that tries to illegally enter their border.
Unfortunately, one of our soldiers was killed with a spear. Because they behave like animals, unfortunately. They don't behave like civilized people. We are the ones with this border.
He is down there riding around with his patrol members saying they die like dogs. You should be thankful that you're in Minnesota and you can be deported. Be thankful. This country fucking kills you. Maybe I should move to Poland.
But Poland's strict border control and refusal to take in refugees from non-neighboring countries like Syria and Afghanistan has caused the EU to propose a €22,000 fine for each person Poland refuses to take in, and guys like Dominic to be labeled Islamophobic and fascist.
And Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission...
The lowest... Listen to what he said at the beginning of this. Listen to what he said.
Let's say I want to go through this wall. I break through the wall. What happens to me next?
You will die like a dog.
The lowest unemployment in the European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID. Poland. One of the lowest debts. Poland.
Let that sink in. Why is all of Europe currently combating immigrants? Why is the US combating immigrants? Why are these countries all dealing with the same fucking problem? I guess we're wrong, right?
This is Dominic, a member of the European Parliament.
Lowest unemployment in all of Europe. Lowest crime, or lowest death count in all of Europe. I bet that place is thriving right now.
Country that just approved a new measure to shoot and kill anyone that tries to illegally enter their border.
Unfortunately,
I should go in prison. Do you feel safe here in Poland as a woman?
Yeah, very much.
Do you feel safer here in Poland as a woman than you do in India?
Yeah, it's more safe.
Yeah,
it's more safe. A lot safe.
You can walk, like go to work at night, and nobody cares, and nobody's like threatening you.
It's not very safe.
No?
Really.
It's the reason why you have those people with those bracelets walking around the Eiffel Tower. They're walking around trying to slide that bracelet on your hand so they can get money from you. This is the reason why you've got the those people in Japan drugging people and then taking their items and stuff.
From the main streets, I really feel not very safe.
Man, what are they're called? Twits? Is that what they're called?
Strange people.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the
Men in
people
general.
called in Japan that drug you and
Some
take your
sick
stuff?
people.
Okay.
They frighten me.
Who should the border keep out? Who should it let in Poland?
Nice people, kind, and with good heart.
Okay. Do you think having a more strict stance on the border keeps Poland safer, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know that many people have that opinion.
Okay.
I want to believe that it doesn't really matter from which country you're coming.
Okay.
You know, if you apply to the culture, it's gonna be fine.
I don't know what they're called. We did a video on them.
Okay, nothing. What are your thoughts on immigration in Poland?
Я сам являюсь политическим иммигрантом, и поэтому не мне отвечать на этот вопрос. Я пока не сталкивался с какими-то негативными проявлениями в свой адрес.
Why did you come from Belarus to Poland?
Я политический активист, и обратной дороги в Беларусь мне на данный момент нет.
How was your experience going through the Belarusian-Polish border?
У меня чуть другой маршрут. Я прилетел из Грузии. Я жил в Тбилиси некоторое время. Поэтому в моем случае без экстрима обошлось.
So you can still immigrate to Poland. You just got to do it legally. You cross that border and you're gonna die. Illegally.
Заниматься бизнесом тоже очень хорошо.
What are your thoughts on their stance on illegal immigration and the idea?
Bro, look at that place. It looks so clean. Like all the shots that I've seen so far. It looks like a freaking like.
Illegally enter through the border.
Но я считаю, по международному праву все страны защищают свою территорию. Но это на законодательном уровне. Никто из хозяев, но если есть граница существует, должны соблюдаться законные вот эти данные. Поэтому, если ты нелегально пересечаешь, ты территориальную целостность защищаешь. Считаю, что государство вправе применять оружие для защиты своей территории. Если ты бежишь от войны...
I think every country in the world should be like Poland. And let me tell you why. Because whenever you have all these third world countries that aren't standing up to their own government because they're tired of being oppressed and persecuted and killed, like what's going on in Iran, they're going to overthrow their government and they're going to make a prosperous government at some point. Why should we take in all these people that are going to use and abuse our systems to send money back to their terrorist regimes in their own countries? What do you think is going to happen when they oppress their people so much that they're sending over elected officials like Ilhan Omar to take American money and bring in all these illegal immigrants to run our elections? What do you think is going to happen?
Пожалуйста, регистрируйся, получай документы, работай. Мне кажется, страна очень комфортная для жизни и, по-моему, очень толерантно относится ко всем беженцам. Я бежала от войны, и тем не менее за 2 года мы тоже здесь и открыли бизнес, и работаем, и платим налоги.
What are your thoughts on the border here in Poland as someone from Ukraine?
Fine. It's really fine. Yeah, it's.
I bet he's not getting stabbed by somebody that was let out with like 9 felonies and 35 arrests. I'd imagine he could probably use the public transportation there and be fine, huh?
No problem with everything.
Was it easy?
It's sad that it actually comes to that, you know? It's sad that you can't even have a refugee that's fleeing from a war-torn Ukraine get killed by a homeless man with 35 convictions and 9 felonies. Or another woman that was set on fire. But it's okay, right? We're the dumb ones. We don't know what we're talking about. Check out Midwest Safety, Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety.
Hey, this is Jesse at American State on Memorial Drive. We were just robbed. Do you know who they were? What were they wearing? No. They were wearing a gray hoodie and a black hat, and he had a blue mask on. Could you tell if he was black or white? He was white. Did you see if he got in a car or which way he went? Did he have any weapons with him? We did not see which way he went.
On September 9th, 2022, in Waycross, Georgia, during the early hours of the morning, a robbery inside a Marist bank would set off a chain of events, taking investigators from stolen cash to a dangerous hostage situation where every second would matter in a case that would ultimately be investigated by the FBI.
I think it's because these guys ended up robbing multiple banks. That's why the FBI got involved. It's crazy how whenever the local police don't know how to or can't handle the situation, how quickly the FBI steps in, though, huh?
449, just be advised, he had his hand in his pocket the whole time. They're not sure if he was actually armed. He should be a skinny stature.
Because when he walked up, he didn't have no mask on.
When he walked up to me, he said, "Can you cash it?"
I want to know that you ain't come from Marion City.
And when he said it should have been a check, it was a note. And the note said, "Do not press any buttons and give me the money." And it had denominations. And so I'm trying to read the denominations. And
Did he take the note with him?
Yes, he slid it back when I gave him the money. Yeah, he has the bait. He has.
Okay.
But our baby doesn't have a tracker.
Doesn't have a tracker, just have the paint in it.
Who else witnessed this?
We were talking. Like, I was standing here when he walked in, and he went straight down. So when he walked down, and she came up.
Bro, if the guy had just taken the money and fucked off and wore a mask, he probably would have got away with it. He even got bait, but it didn't have a tracker on it.
Weapon, I didn't want to chance it, so I waited till he walked out. I said, "Jesse, come here." I said I was just robbed, but I didn't motion him or nothing. I didn't have a weapon, and I didn't know.
That's okay. I mean, you did the right thing.
I have a friend of mine that was out just out there in parking lot. She saw
Yeah, she's been sitting in the car the whole time.
Okay, so she did see it. What time do y'all open? Okay.
Damn.
Okay, I see a camera there. So I think somebody just. I'm doing great. Your camera's working?
No. That's why they sold the 911 person that it's called.
So don't none of y'all cameras work?
They're all down right now.
It's a Sonic, man. It's a Sonic. Nothing there works. The only thing that works themselves to death is the employees for I think it's like $2.15 an hour.
Yes, ma'am. Do y'all have y'all can access y'all video cameras?
Not right now. I have to call office and get them to let them see.
Okay, can you do that for us? Come to the door. She like she had a little attitude and didn't really want to say much.
That's right, boy. Better take that attitude and drive it up the road, bitch.
And checking nearby businesses for footage, they uncovered a major lead. The getaway vehicle was traced to its registered owner, Stephen Ham, who admitted driving 34-year-old Matthew McCloskey, believed to be the robber, to the bank. Ham revealed he had dropped him off at McCloskey's girlfriend's home, and from there, a taxi carried them to Motel 6. The taxi driver later confirmed they paid the fare with a marked $20 bill from the robbery, giving investigators the break they needed. Despite fleeing in a getaway car and then switching to a taxi, McCloskey chose a motel just down the same road as the bank, giving officers and detectives their next lead and location to check out.
Damn, they hot on his heels, man. They hot on his heels.
There's that one right there. Should be in room 117.
I did not check him in this morning.
You know what? Here's another. You know what? Do you know how to pull out my camera? Yeah. If I let you in?
Yeah, let's pull it up because Dana rented it at 11:22. So he's not been in that room very long. The name is not familiar. The face is not familiar. And
the white guy, and he's in room 117. What's his name? Matt.
Damn, he getting swatted, bro.
Waycross Police Department, come to the door. Waycross Police Department, come to the door. We know you're in there. Come to the door. Waycross Police Department, come to the door.
Miss Nellie, I need you to come to the door. I know you're in there.
Master Key.
How'd they not have that ready? How'd they not have that automatically?
Scream again. The curtains.
Hit the curtain again.
Hit the curtain again. Open the door. Come on out. Room 117. Back. Come
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. If I had saw this going on and I had rented an apartment room there, I'd have like a little chair that I'd be sitting out on eating some popcorn, bro. I ain't even kidding. I ain't even lying, bro. They'd be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? I'd be like, I'm not even gonna hide it. I'm gonna watch. If someone gets shot, I can help out. I'm an ex-EMT. I got this. Pull out my old EMT card out of my wallet, show them.
One person talking. One person talking.
I'd be far enough away that I wouldn't be like bothering them, obviously, but like I'd be watching.
Come on out. I'm going to send you all through the window.
Did they open it or they barricading it? Sound like they're barricading.
You need to come out and
come out.
422, 401, update information. Believe the door is now being barricaded.
Hey, we're going to need y'all to go. We're going to need y'all to go. Find a place safe. Listen, I know you can hear me. I've heard y'all talking. We need to talk about what went on this morning.
I want you to come to the door with your hands raised. Come outside.
Come out. Come out. Open the door. Come outside.
Come outside.
Mail behind her. Mail behind her. Mail behind her. What's she saying? Come outside.
She's saying he won't let her.
That's right. She said he won't let her.
So we have a hostage situation.
Hold on.
Damn, bro.
Everybody, what's she saying? Y'all got me covered. Y'all got me on camera.
Yep.
Listen, what's she saying? Ma'am, can you hear me? Huh? Okay, to ask him why not. We're trying to find out what's going on. I mean, is he harming you, ma'am? Why don't he want to come out and just talk to us?
Oh, is she completely unaware that he robbed the bank, dude? Damn.
Say what? Now stay at the window. Ma'am?
Right behind him. I can't see if he's got a gun or anything. I don't have a visual on him. It's just a dark silhouette. He's up there. Take the door.
He's pushing his shot, holding her hostage. Hey, y'all want to get in? You want to come in? Let's go. We got exit circle. Let's go. Ready to crawl? Yeah. I'm going to try to break the door for y'all. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Open the door! Open the door! Open the door! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Why the fuck would you go through the door, bro? Just break the window, let the dog in there, bro. Well, I guess the dog would probably end up hurting her, huh? Damn.
I got him.
How'd the FBI end up getting involved in this?
Get down! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get down! Now get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I'm on the ground! I was a Marine!
Cuffs!
I was a Marine!
Cuffs!
And you do this to me? For what? What am I locked up for? Where's the knife at? He threw it down somewhere. It's right here in front, bro. It's right there, look. 13 double lock. Make sure ain't nothing on it. Hold on to her. Sit down right here. Sit down right here. I've got her.
Sit down.
Damn, that's crazy.
I got leg iron. I got belly iron, but I don't have legs.
Legs are in my car.
Go get them.
All right.
cuffs are right here.
What am I locked up for? Please tell me.
Well, right now we're holding somebody hostage.
I didn't hold the hostage.
She tried to come out. You wouldn't let her.
Units, we don't need any more.
That's the most hick man I've ever heard. Well, he tried to hold her hostage. See, that's how the back of a police cruiser is supposed to look. He's got his shit together, man. Look at that.
I'll transport him to PD. Hey, I'll take him to that way. Y'all just stay sitting like I'll transport him to the PD myself. Matthew McCloskey. If you would, go clear the back of my car. Give me his shoes. I'll take his. Hey, you got pepper spray? No, no pepper spray. Good.
They're not even gonna question him there. They're gonna move him. They're gonna move him.
You're being charged with kidnapping and false imprisonment. I don't have to read you your rights. I'm not interviewing you. You should know your rights.
That's right.
We had to tase him 3 times.
Yeah, they patched that one out, buddy.
He was holding a lady hostage for false imprisonment. He's also our bank robbery suspect. Be careful, he don't try to kick or fight at you. All right, he is in leg irons and handcuffs.
Damn, bro.
The main suspect, Matthew McCloskey, was charged with bank robbery and kidnapping. He had multiple prior bank robbery convictions in New York, one in 2013 and another.
Damn, so he been a bank robber for. Why is he even out?
In 2016, marking him as a repeat offender. McCloskey stole $877 from the bank.
Bro went to jail for $800. He didn't even cross. Bro, you could have went to a store and stole more. You didn't even cross felony threshold in most states. Was it worth it, dumbass?
An amount he was.
Oh, he did all that for $800. That's not even a month worth of rent right there, bro. What you gonna do with $800?
Ordered to repay in restitution. The case was investigated by the Waycross Police Department and the FBI, resulting in a successful prosecution in U.S. federal court. He was ultimately given 14 years in federal prison.
Woo! Yes, sir!
Placed under 3 years of supervised release. As FBI agent Will Clark later stated, by now, Matthew McCloskey should realize robbing a bank is not a winning proposition. The getaway driver, Stephen Ham, was also charged with armed robbery and held in Ware County Jail without bond for his involvement. He is presumed innocent unless convicted in a court of law.
Here it is.
When is the best time to rob a bank? Of course, the answer
Damn,
is
he
never.
looking clean. He's got a nice suit on.
Because according to the facts, the FBI's 2023 bank crime stats report shows there were only about 1,362 bank crime incidents nationwide. That's only.
You know why? Because you know why there's so few is because when you get caught and you get thrown in jail, you usually end up there for like 14 to 20 years. Depends on how severe it was. That's why there's so few of them.
Fraction of the
Big surprise, you enforce the law, you have less.
388 U.S. bank robberies reported at the 1991 peak. That's what happens when a crime is under federal eyes, coordinated investigators, and a system that doesn't stop once your name hits their desk. It's never an easy payday. That's consequences and a timeline with nowhere to run. Bank robberies are not street-level crimes. They travel because unlike a spontaneous street robbery, they immediately generate federal-level documentation and multi-agency involvement, so the crime moves with the suspect. Law enforcement combs through cameras, witness statements, license plates, and all digital footprints. This is how investigations stack evidence across space and time. And what stands out here isn't just the investigation, it's everything that comes after. The resistance coupled with the victim mentality, that's not strength. That's a man realizing the story he thought he controlled is now being written by witnesses and evidence pointing straight to him. Remember this, banks don't just record what you did, they remember who you are, and the system that follows, it doesn't lose track.
That's right, boy. All right, we rolling. We rolling up out this biatch for today. Yeah, I believe it's already almost noon on a what is it, Tuesday? Tuesday, right? I think it is. Yeah, it's Tuesday. On a Tuesday. All right, boys. Stay safe out there. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday again. That's right, man. It's shooting by. Stay safe out there. Make sure you try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll see you boys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace. Play that one. Nope. Yep. All right. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel